Think it's gonna be lonely.
No. Oh my God. Let me out.
Let me know when you sent the link, Joshua.
1 sec. I'm posting it to Patreon.
It's gonna be a long time. Man, this tour's gonna be so fun. Oh my God. Funny thing is, we did all the promo for Toronto. Started to add. The more we talk about it, all the other cities' tickets pick up. Toronto be like, yeah, we'll talk to you the week of.
Toronto's like, we are in a blizzard.
It's like 14 degrees there.
I know. I sent Kevin a reel of it and said, what we going here for?
It was so cold in New York too.
This is the first time they're all getting snow in like 5 years. Emailed. It's gonna be a long time. Only 3 today, Angel.
We're doing them after?
No, we're doing the ads and baked in, and then we're doing a bonus, correct, as well.
No, I think we should shoot the ads after those so we don't have to stop for time. That way the bonus doesn't get pinched because we only had like 40 minutes last time.
I want to pinch it off.
Huh? Pinch? Oh, that's how it gets sturdy.
No, I can't find the thing I'm looking for.
And it's gonna be a long time.
No. So you just be listening to Elton John?
Is that him?
And that Rocket Man?
I don't know.
Sir Elton?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Rocket
no.
Man.
Rocket Man.
I don't think it was somebody sampled him because that was not what I was listening to.
No, Dua Lipa sampled him.
That must be it.
That's what I was thinking.
And he was going to absolutely clear that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it had to be something else because I was like,
Dua be leaping.
Every time.
is it called Cold Heart? Yeah, it was this.
Oh, I
This is how I feel like people dance to it when they're at wherever they're at.
Song is called Cold Heart. Funny thing is, I asked people on Patreon what kind of content they want to see, and somebody commented and said, just on Here's the Thing, I want y'all to not sing for half the episode. I said, baby girl, you're going to have to watch another program.
God.
You want to watch another.
That is what we are? How did they not know that by now?
Listen, that's like saying you want Michael Scott to make good choices.
That's like
something he just did.
Angel, stop doing your hair on the podcast. It's going to happen.
Listen.
Actually, I thought I would be done, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Rocket Man.
I really need to clean this computer.
Rocket Man, yeah.
Oh, people are in. All right. No cold. No. What you call it?
Negative.
All right. You ready, Angel?
Sure. I don't know what we're doing.
Looks good. Looks good.
All right, cool. And 5, 4, 3, 2. What up, yo? Welcome. Here's the thing. I'm Kev on stage. She's
chick
welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button, smash that notification button. Bangers, all 2024. Bangers, you dirty whore. Welcome to Here's the Thing podcast. Toronto, get your mother Act together, cuz dead homies.
I think you gotta let that
Y'all
cuss off,
better
Kev.
you better call Drake, get that maple syrup, get them ketchup flavored chips,
Maple syrup,
poutine.
wow.
Now, me and Angel done did our part. We put
We
the show
did.
there. We've been promoting it, and y'all wait until the last minute. And I don't know if y'all gonna come. I promise you, I ain't got to go up to that gold.
Right.
Listen, you know who's gonna be happy next year? Next time we go?
Where?
Austin, Texas.
Okay,
Buffalo
'cause we
is?
coulda-
No, Buffalo, you're out, and you're staying out. Austin, Texas. We could have went to Raleigh and Charlotte.
Yeah.
We could have went down to Jacksonville. I would have
absolutely.
fought harder for them other ones, but Toronto, you was high up on the list. Don't make me regret it.
We could have went to Baltimore.
We could have went to Baltimore and DC. That's what I'm gonna do. When y'all act up in Tacoma, you ain't far behind.
Oh yeah.
You ain't far behind. I'll go to Baltimore and DC instead of Tacoma. I'll go to Austin, Houston, and Dallas.
Come on.
I'll go to Raleigh and Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'll go to Newark, New Jersey, and New York,
Yeah.
and Philly,
Yeah.
DC, and Atlanta. You know you're gonna be there. Listen, we might go to Augusta,
Tupelo.
Orlando,
Oh, we should
Tampa.
go to Augusta.
Listen, probably not, but
Okay.
Orlando, Tampa,
We
Jacksonville.
might get to Florida.
We might go to 3 cities in Florida. It don't make me no never mind. I ain't never been to Toronto in the summer and had a show. I always been cold.
Springfield, Mass.
Springfield, Mass, no sir.
Okay.
But we could have went to Boston.
We could have gone to
Boston
Boston.
sold out. Don't make me regret it.
I
I'm not
get
gonna
some
keep telling
chowder.
y'all. Toronto, New York, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Everything but Toronto, Tacoma, and Sacramento is doing amazing.
Absolutely.
I don't
Especially for
understand.
where we are now, and we ain't even showed you what a clip of the show looks like. But
It's
Toronto, you better Maple Leaf that behind down to that Ticketmaster. I know that much.
I can't wait. So you
Well,
know
you
what
can-
I'm excited about on this tour?
Tell us, Angel.
I'm excited to hear the audience do our opening.
They
Our
better
opening?
do it.
Bangers, bangers, bangers.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I'm excited to hear it.
Bangers, bangers, bangers
Yeah,
live.
I want to hear it's your boy, Chips Ahoy. I'm Kev on stage, she's, and I want to hear the audience. I want to hear it. And then I want to hear the end. And Joshy gone.
This is great.
Banging on all
We
you
need to
have,
record
man.
this.
Oh, yeah. Every
We
time.
need to do a city competition.
That's exactly what's happening.
Who is the livest of the opening?
Toronto's
and you're
starting
gonna get
last.
better. You're gonna get better points if you're close to sold out.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just energy wise.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna start the rankings from Toronto on.
So I
And
can't
whoever
wait.
wins gets a pizza party.
Really?
Absolutely.
Get a pizza
We'll
party.
rent out Dave and Buster's.
We're gonna get some Little Caesars hot and ready's
Because you know they do it with us on the show.
at home.
Yeah, at home.
Y'all do it at home. Put it in the Patreon if y'all be doing it at
They
home,
do
saying
it
bangers,
at
bangers, bangers,
home.
bangers, bangers,
They
and
do it
mash.
at work. Somebody
You
said
know how
they got-
Beyonce had the mute challenge,
This
and we
is-
was
this
this
is
is our
our
mute challenge.
challenge.
Hit my hand. Hit my hand from there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Before we start, Angel,
Yeah.
we got 4 teams left. Who do you think is gonna win the Super Bowl?
Ooh.
Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, I don't know why I asked you.
Yeah, there's black people. That's how I know. There's a lot of black people in Baltimore.
There's a lot of black.
A lot.
And and I'm gonna tell you what, our ancestors gonna push us through it.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
gonna be like, do what you gotta do on the football field. Get
So who-
these dogs out.
Dummy.
Dummy. Now who they playing? Baltimore versus Baltimore. I want the Ravens against the Orioles out there on the field.
I don't know if that'll work.
On the field. Beating that ace.
The Ravens versus the Orioles. I mean, a cross sport, inner city thing.
Because in Baltimore, we could do it.
It's never been done, but that don't mean it can't be done.
It will be done.
Get Cal Ripken Jr. out of retirement. Lace him up, Cal.
That's what's going to happen.
Iron Man Cal Ripken Jr. Lace him up.
Lace them up. That's what I want to see. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Ravens all day.
I'm going for the Ravens as well.
Absolutely.
I want Lamar Jackson to win the Super Bowl.
Balling.
I've been following him since he was at Louisville. You know he went down to
Yeah,
Louisville.
the Cardinals.
He was down
He
at the
was
Cardinals.
at the Louisville.
He was at the Louisville. He's a very mobile quarterback, and they be trying to say he don't be balling, but he do be balling.
He's a
However,
quarterback. Yep.
Patrick Mahomes is a dog,
He's
And he
back
plays,
too. He was mad most of the season.
and he's got the best defense he
Go ahead,
had.
Angel.
He plays
He plays for the Chiefs.
Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs. They playing them.
They might be
Fried chicken.
right. They playing them
Wait a
Sunday.
minute, that's the baby that got
Yep,
with the white wife.
it
That's
sure
the baby
is.
with the white. Wait, what? Oh, fried chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. if
Which
he's gonna make
reminds me, this doggone article pissed me off. There was an article about explaining the swag surf because Taylor and them was doing it.
it.
Oh, Lord.
They
No,
had to.
But I don't want to be upset.
They had to explain it to the people. Who
It's
were
crossed
watching.
over, Angel.
It's crossed over.
It's gonna be
This Sunday we
Ravens
find out. I
against
believe
Taylor
whoever
Swift.
wins the AFC championship is probably the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Atlantic.
Uh-huh.
American
Holland
Football
Vines.
Federation.
Oh,
American Football Conference.
that
All right.
makes so much more sense than where I was going.
American-
Also, quick shout out to Go Henry LTD, Policy Genius, and Price Picks, our sponsors of the show. We will talk about them more later.
Yes, and also before we jump in, big shouts. Friend of the pod, Sterling K. Brown.
Hey.
friend of the pod?
Oscar nom, Jeffrey Wright. Friend of the pod, Danielle Brooks. I told y'all she was gonna get that Oscar Nami for her role as Sophie in The Color Purple. That's all they did on The Color Purple. They gave Danielle Brooks that, and then they said the rest of y'all move.
You know what? Once I wasn't really seeing as much of them inside the road to the Oscars. That's
Yeah.
when I was just like, well,
I thought they might have got costumes though.
that would have been beautiful.
I they did good on costumes.
I'm not saying they didn't deserve more, but usually you can kind of see where where your prediction should be as you head to the road of
Yeah.
Oscars. But obviously, everybody who was in that film, in a part of that film, deserves all the accolades. But congratulations to Danielle.
Did you know that Sterling K. Brown, Niecy Nash, and Danielle Brooks is cousins?
The hell?
Niecy Nash just posted
You's a
that
damn lie.
Niecy
I
Nash
don't
said
believe
we
you,
are-
Niecy. Text me, Niecy. I don't believe it.
we are. What she said? We are blood related cousins.
No, they not. They not.
Her
unruly
captions:
cousins like
both
us.
of my cousins are Oscar nominated! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Yes, we are blood related, real cousins. I'm so proud of my fam. Danielle Brooks, Sterling K. Brown. I'm rooting for you. I said, black folks, y'all gonna go down that line and get that related.
I need to see who is like what type of
Her
blood
mother
cousin.
and my mother.
Yes,
They were
Ernestine.
Skip that. Show me the documents.
They
Yeah.
were Ernestine.
Ernestine and Robert, we called them Bobo. They were first cousins. So that makes you her cousin, the third cousin twice removed. What does that even mean? What-
They were sisters. I need to put that clip on Twitter. All right. First things first. I saw this on the internet, and therefore it must be real.
Mm.
It has to.
Come
on,
come
hey,
on,
It
come
has
on.
to be real.
That's right.
The Islington Church
Uh-huh.
of God of Prophecy.
Hey,
I don't know whoever's in South Carolina. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that. Islington, South Carolina. They sent Brooke a message, Brooke Herndon. All right. They kicked her out of the church and gave her the $500 offering check back. And the most unbelievable part of this is she wrote a check.
What? Oh,
I mean,
actually,
a church could write checks. The church gonna have that checkbook.
yeah.
You stop writing checks, Angel. What is you writing checks for?
For a lot of things.
Why not?
What?
First of all,
I don't even know on my check. I haven't seen my
that's
checkbook
a
in
shame.
17 years.
That's a shame.
I
that you don't
literally
know.
can't
That's-
remember the last time I wrote a check.
I wrote a
risky
check last
business,
weekend.
Kevin.
Are you for what?
First of all, when you're a member of Delta, they want a check, okay?
The Delta Sigma status?
because they're not paying no processing
The
fees.
Delta chapter alone is holding on to the check.
Check makers are like, listen, man, if we didn't have the Divine Nine, I don't even know if we would be making this.
Amar's Daycare.
You paying check? Do they
I'm not
only accept
paying,
check?
no, you can do online and pay a $50 processing fee, or you can kiss my ass and take his check.
Time out on this.
50.
Marcus posted a video of Amar speaking fluent English.
Yeah, he's done that for a year.
He ain't. When I see him, he's at the baby.
One, he don't see you often, so you are.
That boy got on that video
Wow.
game and said, "Listen, hello, Marcus. My name is Amar. I'm
Yeah.
building this building on Minecraft. What I got to do first is lay the foundation and pray. Then I got to fill that in with concrete. Of course, I know how to do
Yes.
it because I'm smart. Anyway, what I think about the geopolitical understanding of the South is
Yeah.
DeSantis, he dropped out of the race. I think it was a complete waste of time. Trump's obviously going to win the nomination, and that's really who you got to think. Nikki Haley. I mean, I said, Amar, when you talk this, I
He
commented on
talks.
that post and said, I've never seen him say this many words one after
You know
another.
what? He's not going to talk to you if he don't know you.
Well, that's why I don't talk to
and
him.
that's not me trying to shade you. He does not talk to you if he's not comfortable with you.
Fine then.
Well,
I'm not comfortable with him.
You're like,
I'll
you
show
don't want to
him.
eat protein
Remember
bars?
that
You'll
baby
never see
video?
it. Yeah.
What's up with the little baby, bro?
Get your
boys, man. No, why is he looking at me like that? Get your boys, man. I'm gonna do that to Amar.
Do it.
I'm gonna be like, Amar, you get comfortable with me and talk a lot like this.
He's like, stop pointing at me.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
talk
go
about
ahead. You wrote a check for Mars Daycare.
You have to write a check for his daycare. When there's a processing fee and they say, or write a check,
You can write
How
the
many
check.
checks are you writing in a month?
probably no more than 5.
You are not writing checks.
I'm not. Last time I
Okay.
wrote a check was for probably when I was still living in Long Beach because we would pay by check.
Okay,
for
so that
rent.
was at least 7-8 years ago.
No, not 7, 8, maybe.
Josh, the
So what
pandemic
I
was
do-
4.
We pay our.
Ah!
That's what's messing us up. The
Ah!
pandemic is messing us up.
I pay.
Angel,
I pay my taxes with a check.
Angel, that checkbook is
Also,
in current
To
use.
be fair, though, the checks let you hold on to that money a little bit longer too.
Listen, I used to survive off of that. I'm gonna give it to
Listen,
you now.
don't you see the date? You see the date? Don't cash it before.
Hold on to that.
I love a good check.
I can't believe I literally can't. I have not seen a checkbook with my name on it. I don't even remember the last time. I think the last time I had to write a check, I was so pissed off that was the only way they accepted money. I also don't really even be looking at the processing fees like that. I used to pay my rent on my credit card because I could get points.
I wish we could do
Back
that.
when I was renting, I could get points for my
Uh-huh.
miles. I used to pay it on my credit card. I'd rather pay an Apple Pay. I'd be still thinking it's crazy. I can go to the ATM and do my phone up to the ATM and take out cash. That'd be blowing my mind. But anyway,
I use the card, but yes, a check at church is definitely something I would do.
for sure. So Brooke got a check back, and the church wrote this letter. This letter is to inform you that it was unanimously decided in our February 9th business conference that your membership in our local church should be terminated. Since you refused to accept the letter that we sent you in November that outlined the reasons for this action, I will briefly review them here. Number 1, you initiated the separation in your marriage to Josh without good cause, stating that you wanted to begin a relationship with another man. It seems you have no desire to keep your family together, and this has caused a great deal of hurt to you, your husband, your children, and many others. Parentheses, this is being unfaithful to the marriage vow that you took before God. Number 2, you have continued to post many unchristian and even indecent pictures
Yes, very
and
upset about
messages
that.
on various social media sites over the past many months. You have also been very negative and critical of many of our church family. I believe to try and take the attention off your real needs, which you deny. Okay, got it. I don't know why they put a comma there. Number 3, you have refused counsel or advice from your husband, your pastor, and many of your close church family who really care for you and have tried to help you. Brooke, contrary to what you try to convince us, you are not really in a very good place right now. So
They are terrible.
Let's kick you out of the church.
Let's get
And then
you outta
they
here.
continue. Brooke, taking this action was not an easy thing for the church to do. Excuse me. There have been many prayers said for you and your family over this past year. Plus,
It's terrible.
there was a great deal of sadness in our meeting over having to do this. You and your family have been a very important part of our church for many years. And I know that we still love each of you very much. We are hoping that God will show you his will in all this and that you also desire to do his will. Please let us know if that happens. Sincerely, Pastor Bernie Levesque. No, we all felt it was best to return the tithe check you recently gave
They said, what we're not going to do is kick you out and keep your
to
money.
Jeanette.
What we're not going to do is kick you out and keep your money. That's where we draw the line. But we are going to comment on how trifling we feel like you've been. They really were like, we want to make sure you understand why we don't want you no more. But I don't understand why they didn't kick out the whole family.
Get them all out of here.
Get everybody.
I want to see the church people looking at her Instagram like, y'all, look at the butt.
Look at all that. Look at all them
Booty
titties.
cheeks all out, titties all out in the wind.
Look, I can't believe it. I want my coochie scratched by Sexy Red. It is Easter.
What does it mean? Bend that over, let that coochie
Coochie.
breathe. What does that
Shake
mean?
that ass.
The
for
breath of
Drake.
life.
Yes. Have y'all seen, speaking of which, did y'all see Sexy Red's baby shower photo?
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh. So, I'm in charge of planning Brisha's baby shower. And I sent it to her because I sent her the picture because I was like, this is really good inspiration. It gives me classy. It gives me, I'm here. I'm excited about it. This is what you're able. That's the picture she took posing. And I said, this is what we want. I'm going to show you, Josh, and I'll explain the picture to everybody else because I feel like
out of the church.
classy and assy.
Kick her out.
Sexy Red is bent over in I think the baby daddy has his face between her booty cheeks. And they're in front of a kind of like a step and repeat, but more just like a backdrop of a pink. I'm sure it's
I think you're missing the biblical reference,
fast
Angel.
car SRT, huh?
You're missing the biblical reference. It's an opportunity to part the Red Sea.
Oh yeah, and he
Hilarious.
did it. Her baby shower theme was Chinatown.
Oh,
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Have you heard the TikTok version of this song? This.
I was waiting for Hallelujah.
This is what's wrong with churchy kids. We listen to that R&B and we do the churchy stuff.
That's why you can't be lukewarm. And this is why she got kicked out. The fact that she said, they said you only wanted to leave your marriage so you could just date other men.
They just took the husband's side
Oh, totally.
110%.
Totally.
That husband has got off scot. I don't know these people,
No.
but I feel like a little patriarchy might be in play.
Could be. Now
They
she
done
was
took the
this
husband
trifling.
side
If she
straight
was-
up.
What if she was this trifling though? Like, I just don't want to keep with you. I want to date these other niggas out here. Like, I know we married and whatnot, but like, what if?
Oh my God.
What if? And what if she was just like doing pictures like that? Like,
That's the thing though. Like, have we obviously this is true. This cannot be fake. It's posted on the internet. So
100%
100% true. Otherwise, we wouldn't cover it.
No.
I saw it on Snopes.com. They
And
said
then
this
I
is for sure.
I went to North Carolina?
Islandtown, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Or Islandtown. I didn't see nobody.
Went and made sure I saw the church, looked for the person who wrote the letter, asked if it was true, then interviewed her.
I did that too.
Yeah,
and I
so this
actually
is
went
true.
on check systems and make sure that check cashed
Yeah.
because I still got access when I was at Bank of America.
So I'm so glad
You
that
know,
you did that.
And
Thank you.
so this is no debate.
No.
But the whole point of the church is to rehabilitate the people of God.
She don't want to. She has a reprobate mind.
She got that
It's turned off from hearing from the Lord. From the Lord. They said you wreaking havoc.
You're leaving your husband. You're posting thirst traps. Okay, we don't think you love him. You married another man. Josh is in here. He's crying every Sunday at the altar. We can't take it. You know how I know it was for real? If you return that bread,
Oh yeah.
we hate you.
They were like, we really are. We want you to. We don't want you here.
We don't even want you to come up to the
'Cause-
church and collect your last tithe.
That was a good 500. That's for a black church anywhere. What am I talking about? 500 is a nice amount. You're not trying to lose. If that's her tithe, you're not trying to lose that. That's
You-
500 at least a month.
At least a month, she making 5,000.
That's
Yeah.
covering donuts and coffee for the month.
What?
So they must have been serious. They kicked her out.
They said, man, you know what? You didn't get the last letter. Don't you come up here again.
We know you got
You
it.
can go to hell for all we care. Literally go to hell. We don't care.
You're going to hell. We don't want to watch it.
We're not gonna help you.
Yeah.
You want a thirst trap on the gram? One of the deacons got a whole folder
Yes.
of all your thirst traps. He
Saved.
printed them out.
Yeah.
He went 8.5 by 11 to prove.
Look at this.
Look how bad you were, Brooke. I want to find her Instagram. I want to
do
see
too.
if it's kick out worthy.
Watch if her scantily clad was like this.
Showing Christian cleavage.
Yeah.
She could have been going,
Yeah.
once you get a little what's this? Clavicle?
Clavicle?
Once you go clavicle,
That's the devil's spatula.
you might as well be butthole naked to the wind.
Oh yeah, and she listen, no telling. I'm telling you this right here, enough to get a code.
Just the little coin slot.
The coin slot. is
Yeah,
what you
just a
call it?
little, the TV be a little bit. You could put a quarter in there.
Oh, is that
Oh,
what you were
Lord.
thinking? I was thinking this is the Vicks Vapor Rub area.
At his vapor rub.
If you got that out,
You're out of here.
listen, you out here with the devil in these streets.
You got the vapor rub area?
You got to be up here.
You better, matter of fact, and
Lock
close
it
it up.
Lock
And
it
that
up.
bottom wasn't, close it on the bottom, Angel.
You know what? I'm already going to hell. It don't matter because let me tell you why. These nails is red.
Oh, Angel, you're all
and this
bad.
hair is red.
Were you planning on going to heaven?
I
I thought
I
you
would.
accepted that.
I was trying to make sure Jesus could see me in line.
I could tell you all the reasons why. Stand up and I'll tell you all the hell things. Nails, hell.
Not the hell thing.
Leather pants.
Pants in general.
Pants in general, then leather. Was that one outfit? Onesie? That means you got to take all your clothes off to pee?
That's a one-way ticket to hell.
One-way ticket to hell. Red hair?
I'm going to get distracted when I take off my clothes to go pee and end up having sex with somebody.
Surely they're going to be that man's in the bathroom because you caused him to stumble. Red hair. You know what else is also red? Hell, lake of fire, earrings, makeup, lip gloss, lashes.
Yeah. Jezebel.
Heels. Oh, and you got what? Louis Vuitton boots on?
Yeah.
You know what Louis Vuitton means in Greek? Hell is thine going.
Hell is thine home.
That's that Illuminati. You went over there and got that Illuminati.
You get it.
Them boots. So
you get it.
Get the hell on.
That's a big loom starter pack.
Yeah, big loom starter pack. And all them tumblers is going to be tumbling in hell. Hope you're thirsty in the lake of fire.
Because that's all that's going to be in here.
It's
more fire.
Fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
Fire and brimstone. Iced latte for Angel. What do you think this is?
That's it.
You're going on tour with men? Your husband's not going? You said that to them light-skinned boys from England? You complimented them? Hell. You had 4 kids out of wedlock while you were married?
You didn't fully believe Cat Williams? Hell.
He's obviously true.
He's obviously a prophet from the Lord.
Anyway, you know what? I'm going to tell you what, all jokes aside, stranger things have happened in churches.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you mean.
It's this, I know we're joking around saying this could be true. This absolutely could be true. No. I would not be surprised.
That's what I'm
all.
saying.
I assume everything on the internet is fake to begin with. Mm-hmm. But as a person who's grown up in church, there's still so many. Listen, when we think of church, a lot of times society makes you think that the Joel Osteens and the T.D. Jakeses and the Furticks are the majority of church. Mm-hmm. I think the last stat, correct me if I'm wrong, if you know, I think it's somewhere between 90 and 95% of churches in America have less than 100 members.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Most of them, remember our racism office? Mm-hmm. There was a Nigerian church at the end of that row.
Yeah.
No more than 27 people in there.
Strong, though.
They was going up.
Yeah.
They was on Sundays when nobody's in the office, they was going up.
They invited me in there.
Did they? Just get in here.
I wasn't dressed enough for it.
Come as you are. The men don't go to hell. They can wear whatever they want. It's just people like Angel that are going to hell. And your name is Josh. The husband was Josh. You know Joshes are good.
Josh is biblical.
Joshua. Ichabod's also biblical, but it's not a popular name. Anyway, speaking of the truth or the lie.
Ooh, tell me.
Brick Lady update.
Yes.
And this is in Essence.
I love it.
Essence article, Houston Brick Lady, and they put that in quotation, becomes wanted woman after being charged with theft and no showing at planned surrender. Let me click the article and read it to you. It says, this is in Essence. Rhoda Osmond's social media post about a man allegedly assaulting her with a brick went viral, and she raised more than $40,000, but authorities now believe it was a scam. Under the guise of a sob story about a man allegedly assaulting her with a brick, Rhoda Osmond raised over $40,000 via GoFundMe last year, but now authorities believe it was a scam. Why would y'all write the same paragraph twice?
They said one more time. Run it back.
Said, bro, y'all just put that up here.
Said, no, run it back.
After being charged with felony theft by deception, which is a charge I had not been familiar with.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, she was expected to turn herself into police, but didn't show up last Thursday, KPRC reports, and now she's on the lam. If convicted, Osmond could spend up to 10 years in prison for this crime. It all started last September in Houston. Police officers were responding to an incident of aggravated assault. Per the original police report made at the scene, Osmond claimed that she was walking on Schumacher Lane where an unknown man threw a brick at her and when she would not give him her phone number. In a social media post that went viral, Osmond, who appeared to be clad in a hospital gown with a swollen face, tearfully addressed the camera. He picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" She accused the onlooking men of standing idly by and doing nothing. And I told all these men, like, yo, why does this man got a brick on my face? Over the next 2 months, the Help Rhoda Recover GoFundMe raised more than $42,000.
Golly.
Description of the now removed page read, my good friend Rhoda was viciously attacked with a man by a brick, yada, yada, yada. Osmond told authorities that she subsequently ordered an Uber and was convinced the brick thrower was her driver. She then made the allegation that he tried to kidnap her. Instead, the suspect was involved in human trafficking and had a large group of women in the car with him. As the investigation continued, however, evidence disproving Osmond's assertion began to mount. Houston police detectives obtained surveillance video which showed Osmond with a friend and the man she later identified as the person who hit her. They got in a car together, then exited the car. Then the footage showed Osmond slapping the man, and then he hit her back with a water bottle in his hand. Keith Houston, an employee of Harris County district attorney's office. Hilarious. His last name is Houston. He lives in Houston. We think that's what left a mark on her face, but it was mutual combat. GoFundMe has zero tolerance for the misuse of our platform. And basically, this paragraph says GoFundMe gave the money back, but it doesn't say that it gave it back from her.
Yeah.
It just seems like GoFundMe might have wrote a check to the people.
Yeah.
Just so they don't look bad, but it doesn't seem that
Sheena gave back the money.
Yeah. Shockingly enough, this wasn't Osmond's first GoFundMe for an alleged assault in 2020. She created a page claiming that a private security guard assaulted her in Minneapolis and suffered a black eye, facial contusions, and injuries to her leg as a result. She requested $5,000 to help cover medical expenses, legal fees, and other associated costs. We do not know if she received funds for the campaign, but it has also been taken down by GoFundMe. As a black woman who's going to hell, what are your thoughts?
It's, recently, when this all first came out, I think I might have been doing a live on Instagram, and somebody was like, "Angel, you need to apologize
You do
for
need to.
the brick lady." And my apology sounded like, "You can kiss my ass." I ain't apologizing for this shit. And I'm not apologizing for believing her.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'm not sure what you think my opinion did for or against anyone in this situation. Sounds like she's crazy to me then.
Sounds like she's a genius scammer.
Yeah, well, not genius enough to not get away with it.
Well,
you gotta scam a little bit under the radar. She
True.
put it too big on the radar.
I would like to apologize. As a black man, this is wrong. I feel so bad for us. We've been wrongfully accused.
This doesn't sound like an apology.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I believed her to those. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what got me. Her face in the video
looked terrible.
I was like, oh my, I couldn't believe that. I was like, something happened.
Yes, something terrible.
And I was all in the swollen face had me. I was like, Lord. So
terrible.
It looks like from the article, it looks like she started a fight. And her story was she's walking down the street
and somebody hit her.
And a man asked her a number. She said no. He threw a brick in her face.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I feel bad, she got me.
Why do you feel bad?
Because I don't want to be. Because I don't want to be duped. I want to be a person who believes people and then they be believable.
Right, but you're a human just like everybody else.
Yeah, but I'm a better human than that. I should have done more research, but I don't know where to do more research.
I would always rather err on the side of I believed someone who was possibly injured, especially if it's a black person, and then find out I was wrong, and that person receives the punishment that they deserve, than to be like, nah, nothing happened to her, and then the fact that it did happen. I'd always rather be wrong on that side than to be wrong on the other.
And listen, we talked about this before. There's oftentimes we say on this podcast, I don't have a public opinion on that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that don't mean I don't have an opinion, but what I think, what I talk to Melissa about, what I talk to my close friends about, and what I share on the podcast may not always be in the same timing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't think let's see, in the Believing Black Women Olympics, the two that got me doesn't look like they was telling the exact truth as they presented it, because even this article says she was hit in the face with a bottle or a water bottle. I keep doing that. And Carly Russell. Mm-hmm. Carly Russell had them Cheez-Its and stuff.
Yeah.
But snacks. I do agree that as a black man, sometimes, listen, it's like to protect black women, you got to believe them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that do mean some people are going to play on that belief.
Absolutely.
Some people are going to play on tropes.
Absolutely.
Some people are going to play on how society works, stereotypes, and sometimes it's going to be black people as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Who going to get away with it. I didn't want to believe, and I guess this is probably the truth of the matter, I didn't want to believe that a black woman would capitalize on a black trope at the expense of black men. But at the same time, we are people, and you gonna use your community for good or bad.
Listen, we are capable of everything. That's what black women. We are not a monolith. Black people, we aren't. There are black.
You're right, Kia Rouse. Jussie Smollett did get me too.
Yeah,
I believe
he
Jussie
got me
well.
too. He got me too. That was the first time the first and last time on my own personal, platform that I spoke out about something and I said it, it'll be the last.
Because Jussie got you.
Oh,
Jussie got me. He had me hook, line, and sinker.
And so on here, I'll speak about stuff. I'll give an opinion because that's my job.
Yeah.
But on my own personal, where people are like, this is where I have the capability of muting myself a little bit more. If I want to, I could just be like, let's do content, Amar. Here, we have to talk about what the popular thing is.
We do.
So with her, yes, I'll never apologize for believing a Black woman first. No. I never will. And who I feel sorry for is her, because she's mentally not well.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for anybody who was harassed ongoingly from her videos.
What now?
Like if any of the men who showed up in her videos.
It does look like the guy, I don't remember his name, but it looks like the guy was harassed for sure.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him having to experience him being unwarrantedly, one of those words work, harassed. But I don't feel sorry for believing someone who really was making a believable pitch.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like she didn't put in the effort to make us believe. She went the extra mile.
Yeah.
She waited until her face swole up to the worst point and said, look at what they did to me.
Yeah, she didn't lead with, from what the article said, she hit him, he hit her back. And it was mutual combat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I feel bad about. This is just me, and this is why I don't remember. Maybe somebody who watched this will send it to me. I'm not gonna go back into time and find that podcast, but I don't remember me going hard at the dudes. Maybe I did, but I would hope that I didn't. But if I did, I do feel bad about that because I was wrong. And I believed a Black woman at the expense of a Black man, if that was what I said. Because honestly, sometimes we make so much content, I don't even remember everything I said.
Yeah.
But I do believe if I know myself, if I believed her, I would have been like, that's whack if somebody did that. We're supposed to be protecting Black women. We're supposed to go out and do that. And we, you know what I'm saying, hitting them in the face, blah, blah, blah. That sounds like how I would approach a situation. So for that, I'm like, dang, maybe now you got me looking dumb, believing you at the expense of this man or these men. I don't remember seeing the person that did it, quote unquote, but all in all,
yeah, I probably went in hard, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's where I'm at.
For sure. I think all in all, if you want to listen, I'm gonna say it like this, right? If you want to support Black people, women, men, Black owned business, that doesn't mean that every time you do, you will have a great experience.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a great experience with business all the time, period.
Yeah.
Right. So you hire a Black owned caterer, for example, right? And for a birthday party, like, I'm gonna support a Black owned business, I'm gonna support a Black, caterer.
Yeah.
And say that caterer shows up late, food is cold, food is bad, they mess up on the allergies, whatever they're supposed to have vegan, whatever the mistake is. That doesn't mean to me that I'm like, well, this one Black business messed up, so I will never support this. A lot of times people be like, this is what happened when you support Black owned business. I done bought from Nike, ordered a 2X shirt, got a small. I done had my orders lost from every big brand in the world. I think a lot of times we are harsher on Black businesses, and they often don't even have the resources of the billion-dollar conglomerates.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I bought Nike shoes and the bottom fell off before. Had to be like, no, Mr. Nike, Phil, I know you got a couple billion personally. Why this bottom fell off? You know what I'm saying? And I've bought from Black owned business, hired Black people who did me wrong, stole from me.
Yeah, I got people who didn't took money from me. I bought their stuff, and then they started ignoring my text message of when am I going to get my product.
Listen, now there was a time, I don't know if you remember, I bought a whole bunch of Black art when we did all this. Now, I never went public. I didn't get all my Black art I ordered. Some of them pieces I spent a pretty penny on.
And they didn't get you?
Piece never came, never shipped. I didn't go at them. I just, highlighted people that came.
You know how to get them to send it is you talk about it, but don't ever mention their name. You do like you just did just now.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden people are like, oh, I am so sorry I missed this email. That's all.
Remember when Tab got sick because somebody said their food was vegan and it didn't? Like, just because a Black person does wrong doesn't mean I give up on Black people.
Oh, absolutely.
So I will continue to believe black women. I might take a second longer before I speak publicly in my belief. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be liking to look dumb. Or I might have some more qualifiers. If true, allegedly, if this, those, so and so, you know what I'm saying? But there was pictures. I don't know if this is true or the right timeline, but they had pictures of her in Jamaica or at a hotel after. And I said, God, dog, I didn't donate to the thing.
She said, my head don't hurt no more.
If she went down to Jamaica with them people's GoFundMe, I said, girl, now come on. Because the thing is, regardless of how me and you act, there are people who gonna be like, it might be another Rhoda. Might be another Brick Lady. Might be another Carly Russell.
A little more. What do you call it? Oh, the word just ran the hell up out of my head so fast. Yeah, apprehensive.
There you go.
When hearing these like stories of like heartache and suffering and trauma, I don't know how much lower I will be. I probably will still be like, God dang it, what is happening to black women? Because regardless of whether or not I'm right about that situation, there's always a situation that mirrors it that is true.
And I was going to say that. And overall,
yeah,
right? If we looked at the data points of crimes committed against black women, overall, I would venture to say we wouldn't even believe the stuff that's true that don't even go reported. Right? So that's what happens. You believe people. Sometimes niggas be lying.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes people be lying. So I ain't gonna stop because I was wrong. But I wish I hadn't been wrong. I wish she didn't make me
tricked.
I wish I hadn't been tricked. I was tricked.
That's what I'm saying. You got to realize someone did something.
Somebody did something to me. She tricked me, and I'm also a gullible gully.
Yes.
I'll be like, oh,
I got scammed by this little black boy thinking I was getting Adobe Suite. Now, granted, it was going to be a legal copy, but I wanted it, and I paid $80, and that was a lot of money to me. And that boy ran off with my money, and I got a blank CD.
What?
But I said to myself, I hope that black boy did something with that money, like fed himself, got himself some shoes.
Man, Angel, I had hired a company, man, and I paid full price. And when I tell you they did me so wrong.
Oh no.
That was late and stuff. And I said, now I wanted to help you, and I can't. I can't recommend you in good conscience. I ain't gonna bad talk you. I ain't gonna do you wrong. But I wanted you to win. Yeah. And I paid my money up front in full. And that's not even usually how that business works.
Yeah.
And if you pay a caterer, it's half.
Yeah.
Now you cater, you get usually enough to cover the food or a piece of it. You'd rarely pay in full.
Yeah.
And then gave you the time, and you ain't when I'm here, you supposed to be here before me. You not here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I don't want to go down to the white man.
Yeah.
Ain't a lot of y'all in here. I cannot recommend.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. A lot of people in the Patreon. I'll also shout out to, I forgot to say this, Shantae Rutherford, who brought up the church thing. I had not seen that. I said, I got to get on my internet good. Pineapple Bun said, can you talk about Dave Chappelle comment on Cat Williams? And also Regina Joseph said, can you talk about Dave Chappelle's comment on Cat Williams? If you hadn't heard the comment, listen to this video.
It's this. And we're part of the game. It's this. He only eat the niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. And none of these white boys function like that. And Cat is one of the best hangers in the game. And why are you drawing all ugly pictures of us? And Cat,
hey man, I don't.
You like it?
Just play the video. I don't remember this part.
All the time. Fuck this one and fuck that one and fuck this one. But nigga, I didn't anything that you did wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. Cat didn't do nothing wrong. And Wreck TV.
All right, we get it. I cannot hear that. I can't hear that drop one more time.
Wreck TV. He did say he F's with Cat Williams heavy, hard. That's what he did say. So I will say, I know we didn't play that.
Yeah, because I couldn't hear the drop anymore. The clip that I posted is not the clip that I saw that. So the one I had didn't have that. Here's what I'll say about this. I don't think Cat Williams cares about white comedians and what they do.
Mhm.
I don't think they are the ones he felt wronged by that he needs to
Mhm.
defend himself about. I
Mhm.
don't think he finds them. This is speculative. I don't think he finds them funny. No, what he talked about Joe Rogan bringing them people on there. He said he bringing 8 other people who ain't funny.
Mhm.
I don't think if he does think a lot of white comedians are funny, I don't think it's what Dave is referencing. I don't think Cat Williams cares. Comedy and the black comedian and the state of black comedy.
Mhm.
I don't think I've seen a flyer with Cat on it that was his own with another white comedian on it.
Now he did say that when he started his career, he was with white comedians.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But that's true. And I think to my point, or the I've known about Cat, I want to say 06 maybe. Pimp
Mhm.
Chronicles either 06 or 08.
Mhm.
Let me check that.
You said you said Pimp Chronicles?
Pimp Chronicles, I think that was 06, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 06 or 08.
I'm gonna let you find it.
Okay, let me find it.
I'm gonna let you find it. This is what I'll
06. 06? 07?
I want to say most of what Kat said was definitely about. There were a couple of people who caught strays that I wasn't too sure.
Oh, he said Gary Owen.
Yeah.
It's the only person he mentioned.
There was most of the people, it felt as though, if I remember correctly, because I don't know if Gary Owen has ever said anything about Cat Williams for the shots.
Yeah.
There were a couple of people that, like, I also don't know what Tiffany Haddish has done to him for the personal disc that he made sure he reserved for her as well.
Yeah.
So I will say, for the most part, it felt like he was only doing shots at folk that he felt like had done something to him.
Yes.
But I do feel like I do take issue when it feels like, oh, now you just clowning comedians who might not have said anything about you, and it happens to only be black comedians that you are negative things about. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's my thing is I don't.
Oh, they said he complimented Gary.
Yeah.
I
think he was saying
fully-
Gary. I think he said Gary didn't. Why isn't Gary bigger or more mainstream? Something along those lines. Gary talked about how Shannon Sharp. Gary said every time he's brought up a conversation, the interviewer would just be like, he said when Shannon Sharp or Cat brought that up, Shannon was like, so anyway, Gary's like, why y'all be switching topics after I say it?
Now, mind you, because people are talking about he was on the Breakfast Club with Kevin Hart. Cat had already taken shots at Tiffany before.
Said that last
I think
time.
a lot of people aren't aware
timeline?
Of the timeline. Cat had already been talking about Tiffany Haddish prior to that. That's almost kind of the reason why he put Tiffany on the Breakfast Club with him. So that is the part where I'm like, I get it if you don't think a comedian is funny. There are several comedians that I don't find funny in the least bit.
Yeah.
But my personal opinion doesn't matter. The people who are paying to see them are the only people whose opinion matter. And I think that's kind of what Dave Chappelle was kind of trying to say is like, you standing in front of some of these people's paper by trying to diminish them in some of your comments. But again, on the flip side, if you did wrong to somebody, then you can't tell them when they get to say and how they get to say something back to you.
And I also don't think Cat Williams beefing whatever he said about them wrong, right, or indifferent. I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong. People are like, Cat Williams said this about Michael Blackson. I'm not going to his show now.
Well, in the comments, that's what it be feeling like.
You think so?
Yes.
You think people actually aren't going?
I think people are on Cat's side in everybody. I'm talking about hardcore thing that just started, and you got to choose ye this day. So, thank you. They were promoting Night School. That's why they were on there together. So yeah, I kind of get what Dave Chappelle is saying, but at the same time, you looking at how pixelated we are on here. I kind of get what Dave Chappelle was saying, but at the same time, for the most part, I would say for a majority of I'm about to
contradict yourself.
No, I'm about to light these niggas up.
Oh,
for the
Cat.
most, Cat. For the most part, most of those people are people he felt like had personally did
Yes.
something to him or another comedian that he held in high regard, and he wanted to set the record straight.
That's what I think we said almost that verbatim. Like the Cat conversation is very nuanced.
Mhm.
There was people that he felt wronged by,
Mhm.
people who spoke about him that he was clearing things.
Yeah.
And then there was people he took shots at that he didn't say. They said this, let me clear it up.
Mhm.
Ricky Smiley, he felt that way. Said he felt that way. Steve, he felt
felt
shots taken at him.
Yeah.
Right? Michael, I don't remember Cat saying, Michael Blackson said this about me, and this is why I'm telling y'all.
Correct.
He just was like, people need to be booed. Mike Blackson should be booed. He's a real African using a fake African accent.
Yeah.
I don't think he said Michael Blackson had said something about him
Correct.
to deserve that.
Correct. You're right.
So I think I don't know if I said this on this. I said this to Tony. I don't believe Cat Williams respects a lot of his people in his class, and I think that's why he felt the way that he felt. I think he loves the art of comedy, and he thinks some of the people ain't doing it right or on his level, and he ain't afraid to speak about it. There's other comedians who talk like this.
Yes, they were ludicrous.
They just don't, or ludicrous. I don't know what happened with Luda. I thought he was joking about the Illuminati thing, but or the light-skinned white wife with weird faces. I don't think Luda's wife has a weird face.
I don't
At
think
all?
a lot of the women have a weird face,
But
but
they
I
don't
do
do-
thought
they don't
I
do
did think
interviews.
that again, shots again fired to call all these women weird faced it. To just pull them in an interview.
Yeah.
What was I about to say? So Tony Baker in a comment pointed out a joke in Cat Williams' opening that was very, very similar to a JB Smooth joke.
The music joke, the
Yes.
joke with music. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the way them people were on Tony Baker's head.
Were they?
Yes.
What are they saying?
Nigga, you ain't funny anyways. You're not in the same
Tony ain't
class.
funny?
You're not in the same class. Go over there, do your little stupid ass animal voice videos.
Oh, now the animal voice video are
Yeah.
stupid.
Oh, let's go on in and play with Kev on stage. They threw you in there.
me?
Yes. This is what I mean by
I liked it.
Huh?
I liked it. I was like, it's good.
I'm
just kidding.
Now why am I in it?
No, and this is when I was like, oh, people really feel like
They feel it.
this is why I'm saying
They
no.
lit us up in the comments. I said, let me get out of here because they was.
Oh, they were so you don't believe him. Y'all listen, this was one of them. Y'all trying to say he lied. This is one that I knew he had lied on. Okay, F the books. Okay, he read 10 million books in 1 year.
Every
sure,
day. Yeah.
sure. He got accepted to college when he was 12. His mouth said Tiffany Haddish never performed at the Comedy Store. When I was doing stand-up
Yeah.
comedy, I saw her with my own eyeballs.
She almost did keep your distance.
With my own eyeballs
Yes.
at the Comedy Store. But people like, y'all don't know, y'all weren't there.
There's
You weren't there.
And the thing about that-
physically it.
I remember when I was first in LA, Tiffany still was doing comedy heavy on Gerard Carmichael. And she said she didn't do the Comedy Store except on Black nights, which is the case for most comedians.
Yes.
Outside of like the people who are Comedy Store regulars, like Tony Baker's one who has his name on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
Comedy in LA is very segregated generally.
Yes.
Not even just by race, it's by style of comedy.
Yes.
They have like alt nights, they have like roast comedy nights. They have, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's very unless you are like the reason I performed at the Comedy Store outside of a Black night
Yes.
is because Jeremiah Watkins, a white dude, put me on his show at the Comedy Store. Prior to that, the only way I got in the Comedy Store was Crack 'em Up Thursdays, which is a Black night. Nichelle Murdoch. Otherwise, if you ain't Tony or you do the whole process,
Yeah.
you will get in on the Black night. Laugh Factory, you know what night I did? Chocolate Sundays.
Now, see, I only perform on the white nights. I'm dead serious. I was in with the whites the same way Cat Williams started. For me, that was my easier
Yeah.
way in. But I'm like, no, I saw Tiffany there. Like,
Literally.
yeah, I'm like, literally. I was in the main room with the white folks.
You don't know. You didn't see her there. I live in a different city, and I also know about stand-up comedy. Cat
Show
Williams
me a
is right.
picture.
I live in
What the
Tupelo,
time
That's what it
Mississippi.
really. That's what it really be like. And the thing is, like, people like Cat didn't lie about anything. The rape scene in Friday, right? Cat said the rape scene was a rape scene. I believe that.
Mhm.
That was one of the things I actually did believe. because there was a rape scene in Players Club, and the way that scene was set up and the way they had portrayed Terry Crews character, Damon?
Yeah, let's say
Damien or
Damon.
Damon?
Let's say Damon.
Damon. I feel like it was Damon.
Mm-hmm. It was Damon.
I believed that part, but then Ice Cube was like, "That's not true." I'd never seen the script, but that was one of the things I actually did believe that Cat was telling the truth about. That whole Friday situation about Ricky Smiley's audition and all that type of stuff. I believed Cat. I believe Cat changed a lot of those lines. I believe Cat, the reason you hire actors is you let them rock. But people say he didn't lie about anything. Well, Ice Cube said he did.
Right.
And Guy Torry said, I never said Steve Harvey performed there. I said he pulled up, and then he showed pictures. And people be like, you're not telling the truth. Like, Guy Torry got a whole documentary about Fat Tuesdays on Prime Video. Like, it's from him.
Right.
And like, you telling the person who was there every week and that's why I'd be like, that's my new mantra, and I'm working on it. Sometimes you gotta let folks be wrong, and sometimes you gotta let folks be wrong about you. Because how I'm gonna prove to you when you dead set you don't want to believe me or you just disagree, you got it, champ.
Yeah.
You got it. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta pick my son up.
Yeah.
I'm not finna fuss and fight with you. I done said my piece. You said your piece in the comments. We moving on.
Right. I think truly, I don't know if people were just in 2024 just needed someone to believe in.
Yeah.
And Cat said, I'm here and you can believe in me.
Like, okay, one last thing.
No, because I got to tell you one thing that's going to trump all the things. Go ahead.
You trump me.
Real quick.
Okay.
So SNL did a sketch about
Cat Williams?
Yeah, the Cat Williams.
I saw it,
it was so funny to me. I thought they did a great job, right? Well, somebody in the comments, because I go into the comments, I'm like, oh, how are people feeling about this?
Yeah, I do that.
Yes. And one person was like, how dare they make fun of something so serious and making a mockery? And people are like, it's called a parody. This is what they do. And they said, I don't see people making a parody of the Holocaust.
Oh my God.
They compare.
How does one compare?
Come on.
Shannon Sharpe and Cat Williams.
Club Shay Shay.
How did that
Shay Shay say you?
How did that video reach that level of?
This is what I'm saying. The way people have gravitated around that interview of Cat and how some people are like, this man's a prophet. I'm realizing, okay, we've entered into a different level. This is not like Jay-Z, Nas, Ether, Illmatic. This is not that where it's just like, whose team you on? This is, if you don't believe this to be the truth.
Yeah. How about genocide? Yeah.
I mean, the person typed it out and pressed enter and did not take it down.
Sometimes I need to be reminded of the comments of like that, because I need to be reminded this who you be arguing with.
Yes.
And it's like, if you believe that, you got it, baby.
Yeah.
I told this story before. One of my homegirls said, if with all sincerity, Angel loves Beyonce, Melissa loves Beyonce, Mel loves Beyonce, but I feel like you guys all love Beyonce with a rational thought process, and you're just really big fans of hers.
Yeah.
This girl said she don't want to die before Beyonce. She would rather die young than die before Beyonce. Because we were talking about celebrity deaths, the ones that most impacted us were like Whitney, Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, Kobe. And she was talking about how much Beyonce means to her. I said, listen. And I was like, are you being for real before we continue this conversation? And she teared up.
Okay, then you say, well, go home.
And I said, you got it.
Yeah,
I'm not finna.
You don't even come back.
It's not even worth poking.
I'm not arguing with you about Beyonce with anything. If that's your thought process, we can't have a rational conversation about this. Period. There's nobody on earth I feel that way.
There's nothing rational about that conversation.
There's no celebrity I feel that way about. I would be sad if a lot of people I am a fan of pass away.
Oh yeah,
I like life.
I've been sad.
I like being alive.
I cried when Mac Miller died. I don't want to go before he did.
I cried when Aretha Franklin passed away, shed a thug tear. I want to see my grandchildren if I have any. I would love to see a great grand. If somebody's out here hoeing early, I would love it.
Wouldn't make me never mind.
Wouldn't it? Give me that great grandbaby.
Give me that baby. And Josh have a baby would be just fine. Your baby will hold me over till I get my grand. It'll be a great intermediary baby.
Come on.
But it ain't gonna make me never mind.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go out before. Listen, I'm not speaking death on Beyonce. I hope
she lives a long, fruitful.
I hope we both live a very long life.
117.
Come on. But when I live or die has no regard to when she lives or dies.
That girl said, "I'd rather not live at all if Beyonce's not here." I said, "Girl,
Same with Kobe.
girl,
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul."
I'll just play her albums and be like,
Listen.
I remember when she was here. I saw her in concert multiple times.
She was on that horse.
I want to say one more thing about the Cat Williams interview. He said Kevin Hart was an industry plant. Now, that term gets thrown around a lot.
Hate it.
Industry plant implies someone in the industry, whether usually it's music related, but it could be Hollywood. Somebody in the industry goes out and says, "You, person, you're gonna make it." It usually implies that person's not talented enough to be where they are, or they haven't worked as hard. It implies.
Yeah.
But the proof usually is, what did they do to get to this thing that they deserve, right? Like Ice Spice usually called an industry plant. Lil Nas X called an industry plant. I don't remember much comedians. I've been a fan of Kevin Hart for a very long time.
Same.
Kevin Hart had already failed a lot before I even knew about him. He failed pilot after pilot. I can walk you through his rise. I remember his first specials on Comedy Central.
Wrong little man.
I remember when he was doing the Shaq's All Stars. And then I remember when he was starting his tours. I remember when he was selling out Caroline's. He sold 7 nights out. This is before Kevin. I remember when Kevin Hart came to the Bellevue Comedy Club that I was working at. I cannot think of the name, where Big Irish J was the house MC. And Big Irish J was trying to get other Black comics to, at that time, your way up in Tacoma is you either did Tacoma Comedy Club or you did Nate's Room if you were Black. And you would try to get, I cannot think of the name of that club because it closed down. But there's a huge club in Bellevue. I got to hit Big Irish J.
Bellevue Comedy Club.
No.
Okay.
But anyway,
Kevin
Kevin Hart came there, and I remember him selling that out. And then the next year or two, he came back. He was in the theaters in Seattle, but it was like 1,000. Then it was like 1,500. Then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hart's career is well documented on YouTube. You remember Paper Soldiers, Soul Plane.
Yes.
Think Like what's your boy? He was with the
Come on.
Steve Carell movie. 40-year-old virgin. When he stole that scene.
Yeah.
So it's like you can say whatever you want about Kevin Hart, and I do not like when people say Kevin Hart's not funny at all. I just don't agree with that. I think
his later stand-up is definitely not my cup of tea, but I think for a lot of comedians, their later stand-up is usually also not their strongest. That's just in my opinion. Overall, most comedians, when they've had a career, their jokes don't,
because your earlier specials usually are 10, 15 years worth of work.
Yes, exactly. So while yes, I can understand you being like, I didn't think his last special was funny or something like that, but to say the blanket statement that he is not funny at all,
yes,
or
sorry. That he's an industry plant, like he didn't work. The man got like seven specials or something. He had 3 before he even got super famous.
I remember,
and we wasn't all saying all right. Pillow, night. You want to go night? We y'all. I don't remember. I feel like everybody was saying that stuff. It's like he was never funny. Like,
yeah, people are lying.
By myself. Like everybody wasn't saying that at one time.
It's about to go down.
We wasn't. Everybody in the streets wasn't saying that. Now he never said nothing funny ever.
Everybody. I remember. So I started stand up with this class called Pretty Funny Women. That's why I was with the white people. And
the Parlor.
I don't know what. Oh, that's the name of the
club he sold out. The Parlor.
I was with these white people. Pretty Funny Women was the class that I was taking, and we had to bring in a joke from our favorite comedian. And at the time, so this is in 2009.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart had topped my list after A Grown Little Man. I said, this is the best storytelling ever. I remember bringing in the joke. Now, this is a woman who is teaching the class that's been doing stand up probably 20 years on me.
Yep.
She was like, I've never heard of this man.
Really?
Kevin?
This is 2009. She was like, I never heard of him. And I said, just wait.
Oh,
you will.
That was, I think, the next year is when that Netflix special came out, right?
Like he blew up the next year to the point that his wife Tori took the class the year after me. And that's when she was like, oh yes. Now she was putting all the pieces together. So it's like, while probably for Black people, we were aware of him in his earlier stuff. For sure. If white people didn't know about him, he can't be an industry plant. Like if I can go back to a point in time when white people were like, who is this guy that you're talking about?
Yeah.
then he can't be an industry plant.
Absolutely. Grown Little Man 09. Seriously Funny 2010. Laugh at My Pain 2011. 3 solid specials to me. Let Me Explain. I think is when he went to the movie. He went to the movie. What Now?
Mm-hmm.
Movie Irresponsible, I believe it might have been a movie. 2020 Zero F's Given, and 2023 Reality Check. He did. I feel like Kevin Hart did the work. Say you think he's not funny. Comedy subjective, fine. But to say he's an industry plant implies he didn't do. He was hosting Comic View. He was hosting everything, like doing Def Comedy Jam. He was doing all the stuff.
Most of the times, comedians get more slack if they didn't come up through New York, which he did. So that's
he
also
came up through Philly.
No.
Philly and New York. He did.
Yes, he came up through New York.
That's true. You're right.
So that's what really made that statement just a little bit like, huh? Usually, if you haven't been to the trenches of New York, you are not considered truly a veteran of stand-up comedy. And I'm like, now Cat completely admits that's not how he came up. He did not come up through New York. Yeah. He didn't come up through New York. So if that was also weird, I was like, by comedian standards, if you don't come up through New York, you really ain't about that hustle for real.
For sure. I agree with you because that's where they say the people, New York or LA, but New York is usually ranked higher.
I ain't never heard nobody say when you come up through LA, you didn't know. It is always the trenches are in New York.
LA be having its own respect, but it's not as respectable as New York.
Nowhere near.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because to me, Quiet as Kept, some of the funniest comedians come from Atlanta. Now them niggas, if you get funny in Atlanta,
I fully agree.
Them rooms,
because the rooms are black,
and them black folks ain't going for it.
They do not care.
Nothing's funny,
bruh. That's just my personal opinion of this class of comedians. My favorites come from Atlanta, Chicago.
Chicago's a great comedy scene.
Produces fantastic comedians
all the way around. All the way around.
Just from my comedy type. Anyway, Kevin Hart, Paper Soldier was in 2002.
But I love them both. Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, y'all both great. Cat Williams just had a lot of shit to get off his chest. Some of it,
and also this is no shade at Cat. I just don't think he was right about that thing. That doesn't mean I don't think he was right about other things. Nor does it. I think. Listen, Pimp Chronicles is a masterpiece stand-up comedy special. It's one of my favorite stand-up comedy specials. It's in my top.
Favorite.
It's Melissa's favorite. There's not even a 2.
Yeah,
it's far and away one of my favorite stand-ups. Actually, probably might be top 3 for me, honestly. That is a masterclass of stand-up comedy. He was personal. He was original. He was doing jokes I hadn't heard. He was doing stuff I didn't know you could touch. He was making me laugh at things. I never smoked weed. I was laughing at that. The Michael Jackson stuff. Michael Jackson was still alive. He was going at Michael. He was talking about the war. I ain't got no insurgent friends. That's political comedy. Like most comedians are not touching the gamut of stuff that Cat touches. And we was laughing at all of it equally. Also, his superstardom was like after that, and his Friday stuff. So I think people think because we disagree with what stuff Cat says, we don't think he's funny or we don't believe him in other stuff. But I'm not gonna say nothing else about it. I think Dave Chappelle just don't know what Cat Williams is. What we at time-wise, Josh? We got to do 2 episodes today.
Yeah, we're close to an hour.
Okay. On the bonus, which we're about to shoot right after this, we're talking Country Wayne paid some of his actors $1 million.
Wow.
KDK, speaking of comedy, I wanted to cover this in the same thing, but we can talk about there. KDK apparently lied on a comedian named Mojo Brooks.
Yes.
And he defended himself. I got some insight, not about the situation, but how comedy works, where I believe him. We talking there's a white man who adopted a black baby on
I can't wait. We covered it on Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? Let's get into it.
Okay. Let's just say we're going to for sure cover those 3 things and more on the bonus, which you can have if you're on our Patreon. If you don't have that, this will be your only episode for this week. God bless you. Patreon, I'm going to go to the bathroom. We're going to fire it right back up and shoot the bonus. I'm going to go piss.
Bye.
We love you. Toronto, get y'all act together, man. Come on, for real. Dead home.
I want to see you.
This may be last time.
Cutting. Keep the link, though.
Keep the link up.
Muting.
what? Old white man. Old white man. Oh, they want me to go backwards. You better snappity
Get that
snap,
off.
snickety snap, snoop,
After I
Is that
really
snippity
what I
snap.
intro, I wanted to see how long it would take for y'all to say something.
Did say something.
All right, y'all. Let me finish this 2-minute open box and then we'll be ready to go. I saw hungry.
Old white man, old white man. Oh, he's an old white man. Old white man, old white man. He's an old white man. Brisha's mama is watching. She said, I done lost sound on
I
Patreon.
love Brisha's mom. She is a sweetheart.
When did you meet Brisha's mama?
At your house.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
She watched. She just the last this week was watching the full interview that you did with Brisha. She said that was so funny. It was so. She said I had never watched the whole thing. It was so good. I said, yeah, they're both insane.
Brisha's web. All right, you ready?
When ain't I? When ain't I? All the time.
Often, actually.
When ain't I though?
All right, and 5, 3, 2. What up, y'all? Welcome to this thing. I'm Kevin on stage.
That chick Angel.
That chick.
On another podcast episode. Smash that like button. Smash that notification button.
I like how painful you made that look.
Bangers! Welcome to the bonus.
Uh-huh.
Coming in high.
Coming in high.
Let's first talk about Country Wayne.
That rich man.
Wow. Money.
That man, Marcus was watching. He watched the interview. I didn't get to watch the interview. And he was like, do you know who Country Wayne is? I was like,
He didn't know
yes.
part of that?
Did Marcus not know who? She like was aware of him, but that's his content doesn't come.
Got it.
Friend of the
Bye.
pod.
Yeah.
Man, wish it was closer.
He even hit you.
This is the clip. Country Wayne pays his actors
man,
$1 million
with me, man.
to act for 4 days, 20 hours a month. Listen up.
You most proud of what you've been able to do thus far? Man, applaud the people that work with me, man. To see they, you know what I'm saying? Like my boy Mike Bliss, me and my brother were going through the numbers, and I'm like, man, I paid him $1 million this year. You know what I'm saying? And the people that I be able to bless, I'm like, man, I'm able to bless everybody, seeing everybody else get their cars and their businesses. That's the most thing. That's the most, all that stuff. I only got a place in LA because, you know, by the time you come out here, handle your business, get Airbnbs, add up, it's about the same. Right. So I'm like, I got to have a place comfortable. My clothes are already here. I got, right. So. And it's a place to call your own. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when I'm out here, I can write clear, but man, the most, I'm proud of being able to bless others, man. When I see that, I'm like, dang, look at Ro. Look at my sisters. Look at my brothers. They balling. Right. I'm like, man, that's what it's about, man. That's the only thing that get me, like, I get excited for them to get more. Right. Boy, I'm like, boy, I can't wait to pay. If I pay you $1 million this year, boy, I'm trying to pay you $2 million this year. Because the more I pay you, the more I know I got coming. Right. So that's what I'm proud of the most. Man, I read that you pay some of your actors
You know what gets me excited about that is to see that goal with you.
Listen.
Amen.
I can't wait until you're able to sit on Club Shay Shay and be like, Angel, I said my goal, pay you $2 million. And I was like, nigga, yes. I am excited. That is what the Lord put in my spirit. He said, Angel, watch me bless your unruly cousin tenfold. Tenfold.
Let that cup runneth over.
Yeah.
Let your blessing slap you and splatter to me. I just give the Lord a hand clap for that revelation.
Man.
I was so happy for Country Wayne and so happy for you and Melissa. I should call her right now and be like, look at what the Lord is about to do. Because I know he's going to do it because he wants it for me.
Hey!
Hey!
Listen, that is literally, first I thought, you know, for somebody who's in my class, and I mean similar age, similar time we started coming up, it is such a blessing to see Wayne be able to pay people 7 figures
that's
in
insane.
1 year.
in a calendar year on one. What's it? K2? What is it? Not W9. It's W9. No, what's it? K1 where you're self-employed?
Yes, self-employed.
Somebody getting a K1 from Country Wayne Enterprises LLC. I'm gonna just guess that's the business name. S Corp. Probably went S Corp.
Oh, yeah.
Probably got the umbrella.
Yeah.
One actor, $1 million US.
In this economy?
Listen.
In this economy?
You know what's interesting about that?
What?
Quick
Tell us,
cutaway.
Kev, let us
Apparently,
know,
the
man.
economy is doing much better than it has in a couple of years. Melissa was listening to an episode on NPR about it, so it has to be true. But people feel like it's not doing well, so they say it's not doing well.
Oh, the economy's crashed.
It's terrible, but apparently it's not really. Quick aside, back to what I was saying.
Go back to what you were saying.
I was like, whew. Crunchy Wayne, Crunchy,
Come on, Crunchy.
Crunchy, Dwayne Colley,
Come on.
that country. Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
Listen to Tati.
You know what it is? It's the money coming out of you. The coins is
It's
stuck in your
spilling.
teeth.
Angel, grab some.
Country Wayne
Huh?
might
Cash.
as well open a bakery
Yeah.
with all that doggone bread. I had just looked at his
Brother.
house and his basketball court and he had the Rolls Royce truck that I had admired from afar. I seen it one time.
Mhm.
That truck went for $280. I said,
Huh?
that is a home.
Uh-huh.
I said, I do not have
I do
that.
not
And
have
even if
that
I
shit.
did, I don't have enough to do that and sleep well.
Yeah.
Now, my pickup truck in the shop, I feel good about that. I lug my trash down to the office. I paid that bad boy off.
Allegedly.
I'm going to run that thing till the wheels fall off.
Come
and when
on.
they do, I'm going to put new wheels back on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so dope to see somebody young, black, paying well. And here's the thing that's crazy about that. As I learned more and more about Hollywood, Angel tried to tell me early, but I just didn't believe her because she's a black woman.
Yeah.
People ain't making bread the way I thought they were.
I had
They-
to tell him this via text message.
Angel got me right together, and I just didn't know. I think a lot of us don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we just have an idea because we think of now there's some people bred it up. Your
Yeah.
Brad Pitts, your Denzel's, your
Mhm.
Steve Carell's, them shows, Jerry Seinfeld for sure.
Yeah.
Right. But and this is no shade, no disrespect. Cameo, the thing where you do like personal shout outs, their whole ideology is a lot of people are more famous than rich. So Steve Carell, John Krasinski, Pam, I can't think of that woman's name.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. That's her name. That's her.
They
real
bred it up. The other people on The Office, Phyllis and
Angela.
Kevin, Angela,
Stanley.
Stanley.
name.
You know what Stanley did.
Listen,
Stanley.
You know what Stanley did, but they be on Cameo. They making money, but they're not making what Steve is making.
No.
And a lot of times, here's what people don't understand, right? When we was growing up, most shows, 26 episodes. 26 episodes, 26 episodes. Lots of shows hit 100 episodes.
Mhm.
A lot of shows now, 8 episodes.
6 episodes, 8 episodes, 10 if you're doing great.
10, and then you get 5 seasons. You got basically a little more than what one season of another show was.
And you never know how, like, if it's going, how long the show's gonna go. Rap shit, they said, get that shit wrapped up. We are done.
Wrap it up.
Listen, quick aside to that.
Uh-huh.
They canceled so many black shows over the last month. And I was like, dang, they killing us. And a person who I follow writes for TV, it was like, no, they killing shows, period.
Period. Yeah.
We care about the black shows because we're black, but they was like, if you look at the rest of them slates, somebody was hypothesizing that, I want to say Zaslav is the person who runs Discovery,
Mhm.
which HBO Max trees up into. He's the one that made Discovery go away from like nature docs into like reality TV and stuff. So
Mhm.
and all that's what made it the real money. He believes that he's phasing all that scripted stuff out and he wants to go all reality all the time.
Mm.
And there ain't no residuals in reality TV like there are in scripted TV. There's no writer's room that gets paid the same. You can get producers who write out those episodes. When you have them WGA writers, like when they won the strike, Hollywood's like, we're going to get our money back in a different way.
That's
Syndication for
not
that.
that's not actually
No.
what I think is happening.
What do you think is happening?
I
You don't think what do you think?
I think they need these shows to be under the new contract.
Oh, the new guild contract.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I haven't seen that thought.
I don't think it's all we're about to do reality TV, because the fact of the matter is that while there are a lot of reality TV shows, there's a lot of reality TV shows that are trash that just don't do well.
Yeah, for sure.
Where people like scripted shows. There's no
They
doubt
do.
about that.
That's what keeps
People
the lights on.
love it. It's just you need these scripted shows now to be under the new contract.
Dirty D's not canceled.
Because they ain't under not nary a guild.
Listen,
AI is anus input. Huh? Because that's where they put in all the dirty D's. That is I think all these shows that are under old contracts, that are under old rates and consent things of things that the guild was able, or the producers were able to get consent and not get consent for, they need to do away with those and get us under new contracts.
that makes more sense than even the other thing. It could be, and it could be more than one thing.
Yeah, it could be both at the same time.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
They're like, we didn't sit here all this time to then have all these damn shows under the contract that we didn't want no more.
Canceled.
Yeah, get up out of here. We could create another show about people rapping. That's not that difficult.
Ashley's asking, is it easier to cancel the shows instead of renegotiating contracts? Absolutely. When Mel was working at Netflix, their salaries went up and up and up and up and up. And you know how they renegotiate salaries? They lay people off.
Mhm.
They don't say, hey, Mel, we know we paid you this. We're going to pay you a third of that now. They say, hey, Mel, bye, Mel.
Yeah.
Hey, new person, you do Mel's job at a third of that rate, and you didn't know what she got, and you was never going to get it.
Right.
So you come in at 70,000, whatever the number is, and you do that all across the board. And next thing you know, the whole market has been reset. And then what happened was there was already markets that was like, we're not paying what Netflix is paying.
Mm-hmm.
But you end up having to pay a little more to attract the best talent. When Netflix lays all them people off, the market resets back to where
There
it
you
was.
go.
And
There
you
you
right
go.
back by 80 grand. Y'all hush and
Exactly.
take that little
Ain't
bit.
no seniority, like, because nobody's going to work with the thought, no employee is going to work with the thought of, I'm going to allow you to pay me less
No,
than what you paid me yesterday.
for sure.
That's
It only
just
goes
not-
up.
That's not happening. Kevin didn't even want to do that to us. And
I'm sure
only
did it.
because we friends was I even willing to entertain it. But in the real world, nigga, you lost your mind. If anything, fire me.
The show's over.
Yes, that's what's going to happen.
Here's the thing. There's the thing. There it went. It is gone.
It is gone. It's gone. So, yes, it is a lot easier to let a show go than to think you're going to come to the table and get everyone to agree on taking away things that were a privilege and a staple in their contract and just taking them away for the sake of saving the show. People are not doing that.
That's good. I felt bad because I didn't watch the rap show.
I did. I watched every episode.
I hadn't watched the second episode. There's just a lot to watch in the world. But I had all
Dirty
intentions of watching it.
Uh-huh.
And here's what always happens to me. When like I was going to get to it,
Uh-huh.
I actually was waiting for this season to end. I was like, I'm going to watch it all at once. When I think this happens for a lot of people, and I think the networks know this as well. When a show gets canceled, I just be like, oh, well, like I know whatever happened in season 2 is not going to get resolved.
Mhm.
And a lot of times, I don't know if people have been paying attention. Not only are they canceling shows, they're taking them off the streamers so they don't have to pay residuals.
I know. I'm not
And now
looking forward
because
to it.
Best Buy and Circuit City is gone, like them shows don't be nowhere. You can't go to Best Buy and get season 2 of the rap show. Hey
Mhm.
man,
Oh, you
Can't
can't
get it.
say it.
you
Oh.
can't go and buy the eight discs. They
Well,
don't even put them on physical media.
I was
Like
about to say,
the
there's
Sopranos
no-
used to be out on VHS, DVD. You could go buy it and put it in. Now because of streaming,
Mm.
if it's gone, that is gone.
Gurm.
You know what's funny about that? Not funny, but interesting. Tone has an album called Out the Box, right? And I had the album, the physical album, for a long time,
Mhm.
but then I just downloaded it on Apple Music. And then we moved here, and I threw away all my CDs when we moved from Washington here.
Mhm.
Somewhere along the way, he switched out some of my favorite songs, the versions of them, on Apple Music,
Oh no.
and I was like, wait, this is not the one I like.
Oh no.
And because I don't have the CD and I don't even have a CD
You
player in
ain't
my
never
car,
gonna have it again. It's gone forever.
I'd have to go not only buy the CD, I'd have to buy a CD player.
You're gonna have to buy Tone. And you're gonna have to be like, "Sang to me the way it go." Sang the song to me, Tone. Out of the box. What's his new name? Blade Smooth. Blade. B Slade. B Slade, come sang the song to me the way I like it. I like it the way you did it the first time. That's what you're going to have to do.
Blades.
I knew it was something.
Blade Smooth is the cereal on the bottom version of B Slade. I ain't got no money for B Slade. You go and get you that Blade Smooth. It sounds just like B Slade.
They do. You knew who I was talking about. It was very. That's what
That day, boy, me
What
and
is
you,
the
Melissa,
B-Slade?
talking,
There we go.
talking to y'all as y'all growing to y'all black woman. I now understand my grandma would be like, Annie Marlin. I was the youngest person in the house. So she had to go down the line of everybody.
Yes,
All her kids,
Uh-huh.
then my mom's kids, then me. So when she was saying Kevin, it was always Sheila Marlin. Sheila,
Yes.
her order always was the order of the children.
Yes.
Sheila, Andy, Marlon, Daniel. And she stopped there.
Uh-huh.
She's like, I need my grands actually.
Right.
Jason, Kevin.
Yeah.
It took her 5 names.
And you made her do all that.
Sheila, Marlon, Andy,
By
Daniel.
the time she got to
Jason,
Andy, you should have said yes,
I was
ma'am.
already standing. Sheila, Marlon, Andy, Daniel. Jason, Kevin, go and get my thing and hush.
I was close though. The fact that
Blade Smooth was that. Well, he told me he actually said he had considered Blade Smooth.
I think Blade is even it's a better name. I knew it was something fancy.
Ignacio said Blade Smooth sounds like a Tekken fighter.
Yeah.
A black one. Next up, Blade,
Blade
Smooth.
Smooth.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes.
we gotta fight Blade Smooth. Levi Ackerman he got 2 Blade Smooths.
Yes, and he going to sing gospel.
He's like Shink Blade Smooth. That's his finishing.
Jesus. That's what his official sound is. Sing Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Blade Smooth.
Mhm.
All right. Anyway, big shouts to Country Wayne, man.
Congrats.
Nothing but the best for Big Country Wayne.
Nothing but the best for you.
Listen, if I have said this before, and it is my goal, and it's why I have to keep my friends of the amount I have of them very small, because your friends want you to like do stuff with them and come to their house and show up for them, and I just don't have a lot of time. So what I did is I reclassify the people that I even consider my friends to
Let
like
me reclassify.
4 or 5 people, so that way I could show up for them, because I know I will be friendly with many, but I will call few friend.
No.
But I would love to continue to pay my friends, or even, vis-a-vis. If I ain't got the $1 million myself, if I can direct the company to give you the $1 million,
I'll take it.
that's the second best way I could give it.
Listen.
My hope is built on nothing less. I say, Angel, let me get you out of the $1 million.
Listen,
For that,
because
here's
I
the
plan
thing.
on getting my own $1 million over here, but I want a part of yours
Oh,
too.
listen.
I'm like,
If Angel Lakita Moore Tanksley, the actress, the raptress, does nothing else, she gonna work them jobs.
yes.
Angel gonna do this podcast and her podcast and that television program, and gonna
these
go on
brand
tour
deals and all
these
the
brand
things.
deals. She gonna dye her hair red. She's going to hell
Yes.
soon.
And rapping at that.
Yeah, wrap it in hell. They're gonna you gonna need one margarita in hell.
Mhm.
You and Sexy Red, y'all gonna be right
I'm
there.
like, Lucifer, I got something for a jalapeno margarita. Give him 1 margarita. He gonna send you to hell. Give him 2 margaritas. He gonna do a witch spell. Give him 3 margaritas.
Don't do it again. They're gonna be on Lil Nas X on you this time. It's gonna go viral. They're gonna be like, I knew she was Illuminati.
I knew
She
it.
got a hell remix, and I knew it was
would
coming.
be richer
She
if
gonna
the
get a-
Illuminati existed.
Yeah, industry plan. Angel's an industry plan. If y'all want to call one,
Because I ain't done no work.
you want to call people industry plant, they're going right there. Got a
Been
platinum plaque. Got a
Plant.
platinum plaque.
A plant.
A platinum plant plaque.
There you go.
All right. All right. So, okay. Now, this thing, I've seen this developing in real time. Shout out April Taylor, who brought up the Country Wayne. Thank you. Shout out Brittany Hayes. So, I'm going to let this one play out in video. Hold on. I texted my wife.
Text her. Hi, Melissa. Tell her I
So let me
said.
frame this for you. This comedian, her name is Katie K Comedy. She basically said she had a bad experience with a comedian.
Yes.
She said, actually, I'm gonna just let you play it. She basically goes over everything in the video.
Okay, I'm not going to name the comic and I'm not going to name the club, but I am going to tell you something egregious that happened to me last night at a show. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I was booked to be the opening act for a bigger comic. And by bigger, I mean has a giant following. It remains to be seen if he's more talented. Anyways, I had a perfectly wonderful set, and this comic actually didn't arrive in time for his show. So he arrived while I was on stage. He was over 30 minutes late to his own show. So I Googled him to get his intro facts. And made sure I had his name correct and was hyping up the audience. I had a great set. I did not bomb. I'm a self-aware person. I've been doing stand-up for over 8 years. So if I bombed, I think I would know. No, the audience was laughing. They were into it. And then I introduced him. I hyped up the crowd. I said his name right. Everything was great. He comes out, doesn't look me in the eye, doesn't shake my hand, and starts ripping me to shreds, saying, I'm so sorry that she was on this show. You didn't rock up to the wrong building. I'm sorry if you wanted a refund. She doesn't belong here. She doesn't fit in. I don't know why someone booked a substitute teacher. She should have brought ratchet shit. I don't really even know what that is supposed to mean, because that's not authentic or genuine to me. And I'm not going to try to pander to an audience just because we come from different backgrounds. I'm going to find the common ground of what everyone can laugh at regardless of their background. And that's what I did. And it happened. And then he spent the first 5 to 10 minutes of his set ripping to shreds that I didn't belong in the same building as him with his audience. Cool. Very good look. So I left. I told the club what happened, and I left. And they closed out the show however he saw fit.
All right.
Okay.
So that's her first video. Now I'm going to play Mojo Brooks, who this is actually how I found out about this.
Oh, you saw his video first?
No, actually, Sydney Castillo had posted his Mojo's video in his stories. And that's how I became aware of it. This is Mojo's video.
I heard the white lady first. I can't remember her name, unfortunately.
Comedian has said, this is nice, y'all. Just want to finally go ahead and address what this comedian has said I've done to her after she opened up for me in San Diego on Thursday. Just to dig right into it, she said I was late. I was not. The show was scheduled to start at 7, but because it was sold out, they wanted everybody to get in the building, so they pushed the time back to 7:30. Before she was even on stage, I was in the building. I was in the green room. I was on live. Everybody's saying that I was there. They were actually, when she actually got on stage, they were actually watching me on live while she was on stage. That goes to show you how good she was doing. She even went on to say that she had a perfectly great set and that she brought me up on stage to good energy, high energy in the room. Y'all, this was a sold-out crowd. A sold-out crowd of people who bought tickets to come and see me. This was the energy that I came up to. Or should I point this way? Either way, this is the energy.
Oh, my hand and woo. Ready? Woo! All right. We have amazing energy. You guys have been very fun.
Ooh, it's funny.
Your headliner is in the house.
Y'all, she also said that she did her due diligence. She went on Google to get some information about who I am. And the only thing that she was able to come up with was he blew up on social media. And then, y'all, this was the part. This is how she got my crowd up there. She said, let's get buck wild.
He blew the fuck up all over online. Are you ready?
All right.
All right, I need you to give it up right now. Get buck wild from Mojo Brooks.
Okay, get buck wild. It's funny. All right, now hold on. Let me go back because she left her videos up, and she responded with that. Dang, her video got 4.3 million on the top. It's her follow up.
Listen, she's
Y'all
smart.
are wild. Somehow, a video that I posted on my own page about my own experience with disrespect and unprofessionalism from an unnamed comic at an unnamed club went crazy and devolved into a situation where people are now bringing my skin color and my gender into it. What? How did that happen, TikTok? What are you doing? How ridiculous. If you want to believe that he wasn't late, okay. Sure, I lived it, and so did 225 other people, but Cool. If you want to believe that he posted everything that happened and not just clips to make himself look a certain way, then also, okay, got it. If you want to use the fact that I was hyping up the crowd saying, get loud right now, give a warm welcome, go buck wild for your next comic. Okay, I'm from Arkansas. I went to University of Arkansas. We went hog wild, buck wild. I've said that at hundreds of shows. But sure, make a judgment call on my character based on that. Go ahead. If you're a fan of his and you want to go to my TikTok and my Instagram and leave a bunch of comments about how I should unalive myself and my career should be over, and you want to come to my shows and physically assault me and boo me, that says a whole lot about your character. And I'm so glad that the people that are conducting themselves that way aren't my fans, because that would be so embarrassing. Even a comic that was ignorantly tagged in my comment section because someone thought it was him, and I reached out with kindness to set the record straight and say, no, so sorry you got dragged into this, sending you good energy. It obviously wasn't you. And that comic proceeded to do a live named White Woman Tears, which is funny because I never cried, I never screamed, I never swore, I never named the comic, and I never brought up the color of his skin. So it's interesting that then there's a live named White Woman Tears. Shame on you, babe. Apologies are for people that did something wrong. So I'd like to talk about something much more important that happened today, which is that I ordered fake bangs.
All right, we're done. All right, they said he made another video. I didn't see that.
He did. I watched that one where he did it, let the clips be longer so that you could, because she accused him of cutting down the clips to make him look better.
Did he delete it?
No, I watched it like at midnight last night. Go back to his page.
On Instagram?
No, on TikTok.
Oh, his TikTok. Okay,
yeah,
go on Instagram.
Oh, come on, old man. Get over to the TikTok with the youth. Get over to the
Mojo, because I had heard, Blade Smooth had some TikTok.
And the Blade
Smooth. Hold on, let me
TikTok
get.
Too.
Hey, y'all, it's me.
I need y'all to post it on whatever platform I'm on so I can catch up with it.
Well, then that's Facebook.
All right, here we go.
Hey, y'all, it's me. Obviously, I'm not gonna get the apology that I rightfully deserve, and I knew that wasn't gonna come anyways. But what we're not gonna do is just keep lying, okay? So now I'm gonna post a full clip of her on stage.
Oh,
and y'all
God.
will see
You watch this?
What it was.
Yes.
All right. Then I'll post how I addressed the situation when I got on stage.
I like his
And
opener.
we only talked about it for 1 minute and 19 seconds, not 5 to 10 minutes of shredding. So let's get to that.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's
Excited
good.
for Mojo. Are we excited for Mojo? Me too.
She was excited to see me. Now she mad at me. She don't like me no more. That's crazy. That's my last time cutting you. I was going straight through the rest of it. I just want to point that out that she was excited to see me.
I'm just happy to be here. It's been kind of a rough week. I had a birthday. Thank you. But it was the one where I had to renew my license. And I got bullied at the DMV. You guys seem nice, so thank God. But I can't take much more this week. I went in and first they say, do you want to be an organ donor? And I clicked yes, because I'm an amazing person. But then it popped up, do you also want to donate $2 to the Organ Society? Are you fucking kidding me?
Got some giggles.
You want $2 more from me?
$1?
Is the promise of harvesting my fresh brain, heart, stomach, and spleen not enough for you? Now you get none of me. I almost unchecked the organ donor box.
Well, they done had that substitute teacher come up here and bring me to the stage.
Word to the stage.
She told y'all ass to get buck wild. Hell no. We gotta redo that.
Oh, stop.
Y'all was out here like, hey man, we came here for the ghetto shit. What the fuck? Where the fuck is he at? Somebody just DM me like, I think I'm at the wrong show.
Dang.
I was backstage like, all right, tell him I'm ready. I'm ready. These motherfuckers would ask for a refund. I ain't sending no money back. Now y'all give it up for that opening comic y'all saying tonight, man.
Y'all saying that.
All right, so
Kev,
let me.
I think she just needs a platform. I think she should host Keep Your Distance.
Come on.
I think for opportunity to really get the people behind her, Kev,
We're gonna bring it back just for her.
I know
You
the
got
stage
to.
crew will go buck wild for
Yes.
her.
Let's give them a big woohoo.
Woo!
Yeah.
Let me just say this. One thing. This is why I bring my own comics. This is exactly why.
You don't want that?
I don't want nobody who I don't know on stage before me because I want to set the atmosphere right with people I trust. I don't want the club. Y'all, listen, you've been on tour with me, John. You, Angel, been on tour with me. I know when I bring the people,
But even then,
they still try to be like, "Can you?"
Yeah, and then
No.
and then it doesn't work, and then I told you it didn't work.
And from the very beginning, the Real Comedians tour, we had Tony and T here and me.
And if they do, coming to the stage.
Coming to the stage. If you have a house MC, we don't need. I'd rather have Greg go up there because I don't.
Come on.
That's first. That's I'd rather pay them more. And if I can't afford to bring somebody back in the day, Ty Davis then bought the Ty.
Yeah, Ty
Come up
came
here.
on out. Yeah,
I'm in
yeah, yeah.
Atlanta. I know people. This is why I do this because I don't want to have to work hard because somebody who is, you know what I'm saying, the club favorite, the person local. I don't want to have to go and then dig myself out of a hole. I'd rather pay more. And Angel ain't never said, y'all say, woo.
Let me feel your energy. Let me get your aura. All right, you guys.
Any organ donors in the
I
house?
want to get a good yeehaw.
Angel had a full song. Angel used to bring me up. The audience would be on tilt by the time. His name is Kev on stage.
Acapella.
Joe. I mean, it was
Acapella.
He's the black love. We had a time.
Black world. Who's that?
Kev on stage. B.
Yeah.
Lou had the swag surf.
Yes.
That's a Taylor Swift dance.
Dog. Not only was the comedy, like a comedy show supposed to go like, the host has the hardest job because they got to get the audience from code. Like literally they sat down and they bring it up to the feature brings it up to the headliner.
Yeah.
But and you're working in clubs, you don't always have control over that. If you're traveling alone, Mojo, or maybe his feature's not available, you have that. Second thing, in black comedy, it is very common for the headliner to make fun of the person that brought them up. If y'all watch Keep Your Distance,
Yes.
them niggas used to eat me up all the time. Look at Kev's studio. Nigga got a garage.
We're in a parking lot.
Nigga,
We in the alley.
they made fun of me. Like that is a common thing, and it's all love. I ain't gonna hold you, especially if you feel like you have to dig yourself out of a hole, and the person who put you in that hole just left the stage. Kev on stage, 1,000%. That substitute teacher bit for sure.
Oh,
1,000 would have ran that joke.
Especially if you don't
And
know
I don't
it.
even usually like to make fun of comics, but I don't think I could have resisted saying that because they got a good laugh out of me. I thought that was funny.
I'm telling you, I hosted Flappers, a show on Thursdays for a couple of years, and a lot of the people were new comics. Let me tell you, every single time they would tank, I'm gonna talk about it.
You got to do
You
it.
got to. I mean, I'm not gonna try to hurt their feelings, but we definitely gonna
We're not going to act like we didn't see what we saw.
we gonna adjust to this. so that
Listen,
we
there
can
was a
set the
certain
next person.
comedian who had a certain set on a certain Keep Your Distance and a certain comedian with initials.
CT
Boy,
lit that man on fire for most of his set.
and that was for real most. And I said, people still talk about that to this day.
I was watching it live. I wasn't going. I actually remember where I was. That's how that's how I was at a CVS in Calabasas.
Now you remember where you were in the world?
I remember where I was in the world. And I said, oh my God. I said, he
problem-
still hasn't stopped talking about
That's
it.
it. He
said,
just kept digging
Dog.
and
I said,
digging.
what is he talking about? He said, if Kev invited me to do stand up in the bathroom, I'm going to show up.
Dog, it was so funny. That's two. That's the game. When we black comics, that's the game. Because if you was killing, and the audience is roaring, the comedian's like, oh, bet, let me get into my material.
Yeah,
I ain't even got to do that. He might have still said, man, get over that substitute. That's just a funny thing.
It's a solid joke.
She looks like the substitute teacher, especially the way she looks and the audience she's in front of.
Yeah.
It's giving Dangerous Minds.
100%.
Third of all, As long as the headliner comedian is walking up to the stage when you say their name, they,
Yeah, on
as the
time.
headliner, can decide when they show up. They don't have to be in the green room.
Yes.
They don't have B-Lou, we was talking about this Earthquake. He was on the road with Earthquake for many years. He said Earthquake would come in the club 4 or 5 minutes before B-Lou finishes.
Yeah.
Get to the club. Matter of fact, B-Lou said when he gets to the club, this is how you light a comedian with your cell phone nowadays. He said, Earthquake, you show starts at 7. You go up on 7. When I get there and I'm ready to go up, I'll go like this, wrap it up, and I'll take it from there. As the headliner, one of the benefits is I don't have to come until it's my turn to go on stage.
That's the absolute. You get the 2 benefits. You get paid more.
Yes.
And you show up whenever the hell you want to, as long as it doesn't disrupt the flow of the show.
You don't have, and especially with comedy clubs. It's one of the reasons I'm glad we're in theaters on the Here's the Thing tour and my future tours, God willing, God bless. Comedy clubs often don't start on time, especially if you sold out the first show and it's the second show.
Because they got to make money off of them drink orders and they want to get them in before the show starts.
Exactly. And if it's cold outside or if there's the lines long or they're short staffed, there's a million reasons. Them shows get pushed all the time. As the headliner, if I'm at work, who else want to be at work early? Nobody.
No,
Most people get to work just in enough time to go do their job.
Exactly.
So, and if y'all not together, like I'm not saying she was like, he didn't look me in the eye or speak kindly to me. I can't speak to that because I don't know. But what I have heard is most headliners, if they don't know the opener they don't even talk to them.
No.
They don't. I've heard plenty be like, I don't want them in my green room.
Yeah.
This is, and listen, as the headliner, you don't have to have. Look,
Kevin said, Angel, don't you step in here. Don't you come in here. Women, go sit in the car.
You get in your own room.
And then, you sing your stupid song and then go sit in the car until we're ready.
And you better not turn it on because the gas is going to go up.
And I said, okay, Kevin. Okay. No, but
what I really
for real.
said was get back in the kitchen where you belong. You
Cook
black
this
woman.
food. You black woman, we're hungry. We're tired of club food. Fix me some
Since you're a
wagyu.
black woman, you thought I brought you on tour to do jokes? Bake that sweet potato pie you made for that
Bake
one
it.
time. Where's the Hello Fresh?
Where is it at? Cook it up. I want the flatbread.
So you don't have to. You
No.
can if you want to. Like I often got there. Shoot, most of the time I got there when the show was starting.
Yes.
If 7 o'clock is the time the show's starting, I usually got there at 7 o'clock, especially if the club is closed.
yeah.
I don't want to. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to work.
Yeah.
I love stand-up. I'm gonna be waiting in my room or waiting in the green room.
Yeah. Might
I
as well
want to
be
have my
comfortable.
shoes off.
And then
Yeah.
if there's a second show,
We used to try to get the hotel as close to the club so I could go to my room and doodle sometimes and then come back.
most
Gotta
times.
poop.
Or I take my shoes off. I like to take my shoes off.
Then you gotta have you toesy.
So and also let's just be honest. You were posting a video on TikTok
Oh,
and you're surprised that people watched it. Oh, I didn't name the club. I didn't name the comment. Well, it wasn't impossible to figure it out.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he was performing in Uzbekistan.
And then
And there was people on TikTok who were at the show.
Right.
They're like, nigga, that's Mojo's show.
right. And girl, the fact of the matter is that you said some untruths and people were able to see that and said, hey, no.
That's not true.
What you said, we saw the receipts over there on the other video that he brought up,
Mhm.
because most people in her first video, they fully believed her. And then you saw an influx of comments
As
of,
people figured it out.
girl, you had me. I thought you were telling the truth because I didn't know where the story was going.
Yeah.
I watched her video first. And then when I went to the comments and I saw people being like, you had me. And I said, oh, wait a minute, this isn't true. Then I found Mojo Brooks and I was like, oh. And then I saw the next video, the last one that you didn't see. And then I saw her response of, I think it's really funny. And I watched the whole video of her putting on bangs. But I was just like, but so you made another video addressing it, but you're not going to like address that.
white tears. I wasn't even crying.
Oh, that.
That voice was tough. That
Oh, yeah.
it's our voice. I said, Lord.
I don't understand how they don't hear it. How do they not want to rip off their own ears when they sound like that? I don't know how they don't hear it. I want to be like, stop. Did you hear that? Play it back. That sounds okay to you? Do you have a deviated septum? Like, what is that? Why
Hilarious.
don't you hear that?
All right. Anyway, let's move on to the black baby adopted by what? I don't know if he said he was a white gay man, but
Oh, he's a white gay man. I mean, I didn't look to see if he had a male partner, and if he doesn't, there's no way.
Got it.
I think the reason why people assume is the arched eyebrows and the injected lips. It's not. You know,
TikTok was gone by the time I
went there. It's on X. Somebody uploaded it on X. That's how I saw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You want me to pull it up?
Please pull it up. Because
I just sent it because we talked about it.
You text me?
No. I'm about to send it. I'm about to play it though.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any black parents? We have adopted a black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair. I have this little brush. I have something from Shea Moisture. I really don't know what to use. So please, any black parents or anyone who knows what to do with black children's hair, please help me in the comments. Thank you.
First of all,
they do close-ups of the pretty little baby.
Oh no, I didn't see this far on the TikTok. I saw it didn't even have it.
Yeah, because a lot of people did stitches, so I wanted to see it without a stitch.
First of all, before you worry about the hair, hold that baby right. First of all, you're holding the baby like it's not real. Like, he's holding the baby like it ain't a real baby. Like he's not even supporting the neck.
So I have a pic. I have some Blue Magic, but black TikTok, black people, black everyone, help me. We got this baby, a black one.
We bought it.
We got a black baby, and she has black hair. I wasn't even expecting that.
Wow.
I wasn't. So help me. Get it over to Black TikTok.
I've heard of Just For Me. I don't know what no live means. Are they not telling the truth?
I don't know. I'm not telling the truth. So I don't know. I've got grease. I don't know, but like the grease that you cook with, is that what but also look at her. Isn't she the cutest?
Oh man.
It's our black baby.
Poor baby Yoda boy. He's worth his weight. We done got so much money out of this toy.
Oh yeah, baby
Fix your
Yoda.
jersey, baby Yoda. You out here showing your cleavage now. Cover up.
As he should.
Showing that little bit of nether region. People were so when I heard about this, at first I didn't understand why people were upset. I was like, oh, the man just need help. And then when I saw the video, I said, oh, I see why people was upset. First of all, it feels like it feels a little fetishy. Like, oh, let me get a black baby. I don't know what to do with it. Oh my God. Like that baby is starting from, I mean, God bless adoption. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all adoptee parents are adopted people who adopt. I can't speak to their intentions. And I'm sure a baby would love to be with a loving family. But when that's your parents and they don't understand even how your hair grow or even how to hold a baby's head, first of all, before you get to the hair, let's get to the head and the neck. The baby's head, the support that, I mean, they in black, when I grew up, they wouldn't even let you hold a baby if you didn't know how.
Right.
They would hold your arm, like when they let me hold your nephew, they would hold the baby with you.
They holding you with the baby.
They got the other arm here. Yes. They're not letting you hold if the baby almost upside down, blood rushing all to the baby's. Hold the baby right first. How did you get the adoption through the people? They don't make you hold a baby first to see if you can do it.
I'm like, but didn't you know before now you were getting a black baby? And if you didn't, say they gave you the call. Boom, we have a baby available. It's a black one. Come get the baby if you want the baby. There's this place that there's this place that I've heard of. I'm not sure of anybody else that you can get that information of being a white parent and taking care of a black child. It's a little known place called YouTube. You don't even have to put out the call for other people. All you got to do is type in white parent, black child hair, and there are thousands.
I don't know if that's true, Angel. Okay. I'm gonna YouTube it.
Let's YouTube it.
Because even if you don't got YouTube, there's Google. YouTube was purchased by Google.
It's a video version of Google.
Let's see. Black baby. Would you say white parent, black baby hair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
African American kids hair care routine tips for foster and adoptive parents. 3
Wha-
years ago, 2.2 million.
Wow.
White woman natural hair care routine for black child. Type
Wow.
4A, B, 4C. He don't know what that even means yet.
He's like, she doesn't know the alphabet yet. She's really young.
Teaching adopted parents to care for their natural hair.
Ain't
One
that
point.
some shit?
It looks like other people have had questions. And you know what the third video is? New adopted father asked black community for help on styling baby's hair.
Yeah.
630 views. Now you on there.
Now you on there looking stupid, and your daughter will forever know this.
Oh, there's whole kind of family influencers who done. I mean, these brown.
I know a lot of these white folk that with these black ass kids. Okay, I know them, and they have in person
Mhm.
said, "Angel, this is what I'm doing. What are your thoughts?" And I give my honest thoughts, but then also they
Are they
decide.
mocha moms? Y'all
No.
have white women in there? Even that black kids?
No, absolutely not.
Don't have
But-
white mocha moms?
No,
White
but
chocolate
not in
moms?
our chapter.
Uh-oh.
There are, but no, I do know people who honestly wanted to adopt children, and the children they happened to adopt were black,
Mhm.
right? And they were white parents, and they knew there were cultural things that they weren't going to be
For
aware of.
sure.
A lot of them, they knew in the process that the child was going to be black, so they started building a black community for that child before they got the child.
Because you know your whiteness going to be up in there, but you got to mix it
Boom.
up.
And I understand that might not have been their situation, especially because the baby is young. But you see, you have a black child in your hands, and you think that going to a community of people you don't know,
Yes.
random, and you just want to get their advice and see what happens and then use her as a prop. It's just like,
That's what it felt like.
it felt so much like a prop. And as my husband said, first of all, that baby got like baby hair.
You don't need to do anything right now.
He was like, there are
Not brushing it all hella hard.
he's like, there are babies who have maybe more coarser hair
Yes. that
are younger, that you do got to do a little something so their hair don't break off all early. But she got that type of hair that's just like, it's not like you ain't got to do nothing to it.
It's just, was that it laid down?
Yeah. She got that type of baby hair. I had the babies that were bald, so I was brushing their memories. He don't even have the type of baby hair that you do have to be like, okay, this baby hair need a little bit more water and moisture. You just ask if you see what's happening when you brush your hair. It's just being. That's all it's doing.
It's so funny to me.
That's all they doing. So
he pissed you off.
he did, because I was just like, if you really were concerned on, I don't listen. When I think about kids in foster systems, I'm like, I really don't care what race of person gets these black children out of foster care, as long as they're going to take care of them.
Yeah.
Of course, I would love them to go to loving black parents, but if they can't, I would just love for them to be in loving households.
Yes.
But if you're going to take on that responsibility of adopting a black child, then take on the responsibility of adopting a black child.
And do the research.
And
do the work,
and
man.
It's not that hard. I mean, it is, but it's not that hard.
I mean, I guess he probably thinks he's doing the research, though. I asked Black Ticket, get it over there to y'all side.
That's the laziest. He didn't want to do no work.
Get it over there to y'all side.
He said, hopefully this video makes it over to Black TikTok. He ain't even going to take it over there. You know how he could have taken it over there? He could have found a black hair influencer on TikTok, responded to one of her comments, and made a video to he could have took it.
You know what TikTok's actually good for? Searching. You didn't have to do white parent. How to style black baby's hair.
You could stitch it to a black hair person's thing. I'm doing my twist out. Hey, I love your twist out. Is that possible for my baby?
Here it is.
I've got a brush. He didn't even want to take it over to Black TikTok. That's how lazy. Now, if he, at the same time it took him to get them lips injected, would have taken less time. And that's not shade. He does get his lips injected. I can always read that from a mile away. The same
way
time.
you said injected was funny.
Because it was. Marcus said, I know he had hair at one point in time. Just do the same thing you do to your hair until you figure it out.
Listen, it's so interesting. Just, It's so interesting what people don't think about before they post something. Like in his mind, this was gonna be a loving community of Black women. We're gonna respond to him and say, "Oh my God, congratulations on your little Black baby. Here's what you do. Here's my Black baby. I'm gonna show you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come to your side of TikTok, a new adoptive white parent TikTok. I'm gonna show you what I do with my Black baby, so you could take it and do it on yours."
He's like, we don't get a Black mammy. That's what it feels like. I'm not here to raise nobody else's kids, even if your kid is Black. I'm not here to do it. I don't want to have to do that. And hopefully they said he has a felon. There is no way. Does y'all really think that? They usually don't be letting you adopt the babies if you couldn't
get a baby.
I know. I'm like, are y'all sure he got the felony? Anyways, I hope he's learned from it. If not, I hope they take the baby.
Oh, hilarious.
One of the two.
Who's an adoptee did a deep dive on him and shared it. It was a private adoption.
But what do you mean by like they went through an agency versus?
I don't know what private adoption means.
Because there's no such thing as
Google it.
It must be that they went through an agency.
Like, what is a private adoption?
Because it's no longer legal to hide a baby's past from them anymore.
I heard about that.
So
private adoption is not through an agency. Does that just mean the people who had the baby went and said, "This, you want to have this?" And then they say yes.
So I wonder if it's even legal. I wonder if the adoption has even went through fully.
Private means the mom chooses you. Hannah says. So he bought a baby. I've been hearing about that.
So I wonder if it's even approved yet.
Shoot. Well,
because there's still a bunch of legal stuff that has to happen in order for the child to be legally yours.
Absolutely.
So I wonder if
so internet. I Googled this. Please. I didn't make a video and say adoption TikTok. Answer me this and come and talk to me. In the independent adoption, birth parents choose the private. I guess private independent adoption is another word for private. In independent adoption, birth parents choose the prospective adoptive parents and place the child directly with them. When making this decision, birth parent must have personal knowledge of certain facts about prospective adoptive parents. So it looks like you don't have to go through the state.
They about to take that baby back because them adoptions don't be fully legal at first. You know what I mean is there's a period of time before it's fully, I don't want to say legal, fully executed.
I also feel like they don't like a bunch of attention on a freshly adopted baby.
Absolutely. Give that baby to Angelina Jolie so it could go down to Spelman.
Come on. Angelina never got on social media and said, "Help me figure out this baby's hair." Angelina, I ain't never seen Sandra Bullock.
She got a Black baby?
Don't she?
I don't know.
I think Sandra got the Black children.
Sandra Bullock got the baby?
She got a little Black boy.
Do she?
I think so. Don't Sandra got a little Black baby?
Oh yeah, Sandra Bullock adopted.
Yeah, she ain't never been on here and said
The Blind Side. The one who was in The Blind Side.
No, she didn't adopt that big man.
Oh,
but she was in The Blind Side.
She was in there. I thought that might have been her son.
Now the big boy.
That big boy.
No,
she got full-on Black kids with braids.
She got 2 Black children.
I never knew
because she don't use them for clout. She said, "These are my kids."
Dang, full-on Black children.
This is why I say I don't mind it. I do not mind it. I know some people do. They like Black kids should be in Black families. Well, if there was a Black family that kept them, the Black kids would have been with the Black family. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So I love when kids get loving homes. But if you're going to have a Black child, you got to take on that Black parent responsibility.
Really do. And with that, we love you guys. Thank you for tuning into the bonus episode. Bald and Beautiful is up next. We will see you next week. And we got to talk about the bonus. We might shoot in Toronto. I don't know how you want to do it. We can talk about it. We'll figure it out. God bless you. God keep you. We'll see you at the conference.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Joshy.